Shalom, we're back at it. I have got to change my background because I feel like because I'm chocolate and my background is taupe, I'm like blending. I'm gonna change my background this weekend. Oh no, tonight. I'm like this weekend. This weekend has passed, girl. This weekend has passed. How we doing, Star fam? How we doing? Let's get into it. Come on in the room. Whoa, come on in the room. Yeah, we're got so much to talk about. You know what? I feel like I want to do this. About. So won't you? Do I like this? I like the colors, but I don't know if I like it now. Then I feel like I messed up my hair. I don't feel like I like it now. I don't think I like it. But I like the. I don't know. I don't like it. We got so much to We got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? How y'all doing? Hey, come on in the room. Oh, come on in the room. Yeah, we got so much to talk about. I said we got so much to talk about. I said we got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? Come on. I feel like I might like this one better. And please, if you want to know why I have unlimited turbans hanging around me, you have to watch my vlog. I'll explain everything there. Now, this one has to work because I feel like this one is going to mess up my hair the most and I can't go back. So this one has to work. And I hate it. I hate this one. I hate this one. I should have stuck with the rainbow one. Oh my God. And I messed up everything. And because my hair, or maybe I need to put the spitties back. Oh, should I put the spitties back? God, now I look like my grandmother. It's just not a bad thing. Yeah, let me put the spitties back. How about that? Let's put the spitties back and we're going to go with it. Okay. But child, I'm giving adult. This is adult right here. This is adult right here. This is on your way to bingo. This is on your way to bingo. I love drag bingo though. Me and my mom, like in LA, we loved going to drag bingo at Hamburger Mary's. Oh my God, I have to get another one of these shirts because girl, your girl is dropping weight. This strike is affecting me in a lot of ways. And because I'm losing weight, the girls is coming down and all my shirts are not like before they used to, you know what I mean? Because I had a lot happening, but they're not fitting like they used to. And now it's just looking like I'm unkept. And I don't like that. Okay, I'm getting into it now. I'm starting to like it. Anyway, how are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? What's up, Vodka? Thank you for being here. Hey, Alicia. How are you? Hey, XO Mimi. How are you? Hey, Black Lavender. Hey, Alex. Thank you for being here. Happy Monday indeed. I love a Monday in Atlanta. It's just so chill. A Monday in LA. Oh, shout out to everybody in LA. Baby, I got out just in time. This is the thing. LA can't handle the piece of rain they get. So I knew we was going to be in for something special, some special disaster with this hurricane. Oh my God. But my sister is there and she's saying that it's passing through and today was not as bad as yesterday. Luckily, we live, I won't say a high rise because I don't do high rises in places that have a fault line. Absolutely not. But we live on like one of the top floors. And so we're, we didn't experience any flooding. Thank you, Jesus. But I know a lot of people, first floor livers and people who have a ranch style home were in trouble. We're in trouble in Los Angeles, especially Burbank. Yikes. LS said, and we bike. I can't wait to hear your thoughts on. Wait, send that to me. I ain't heard that. I ain't heard nothing about that. Send that to me. Hey, Brittany, how are you? Oh, thank you. You can call me Yammy. I'm serving my Gam today. I look just like her with this turban on. It's so crazy. You know, the funniest thing about this is I didn't get into turbans until she passed. Like, turbans were not my thing. And I think there's a lot of stuff I didn't get into until she passed, like cooking and all that stuff. Like, I feel like everything that I'm into now that I did not do that she specifically did, I got into as a way to remember her. And it's just like a part of who I am now. Because this is her. This is what she looks like. This is what she looks like. Hey, Marlene, kiss the star baby for me. Hey, Spency. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Brittany Addison Prescott. I know that's right. How are you? CM said, child, thank God for you because today, was it a Monday? I'm so sorry. But we're going to have some fun. Drewski said, hey, fam. Hey, everyone. Currently about to retwist. So I'll be watching, but a bit more silent than usual. That said, the production team is definitely sabotaging Kenya and Candy. And Bob is a clown. We're going to get into that production team because what's going on? Whole clown. Like, Sheree, but Sheree has such a good storyline. I don't know, like, why we don't stay in that. Because I'm like, we're about to have the season finale next week. Why would y'all give us something so juicy? I feel like the people who are the production team is actually hired. It actually works for, what's her name? Lisa Rinna. Because it's just like they're sabotaging that show. Oh, shoot. Wait, why isn't my computer charging? Wait a minute. We having technical difficulties. What's happening? Oh, my sister, you know what? Toy, are you watching? Get these vases. Why are they behind my studio? Girl, we having technical difficulties. Is it? There it is. Oh my God, Apple is such a damn scam. Apple is such a damn scam. Oh, y'all some demons. Okay, it's working. My Marlene said, hi, Nikki. Just popping in to say hi. I'm on vacation in the Congo. Oh, I'm so jealous. With hubby and the kids. It's been 10 years. I will be a part of the replay gang. Thank you so much, Thank you so much, Marlene, for being here. Oh my gosh. Y'all know I want to go to the Congo so badly. I want to go to the Congo so badly. I've never been there, but from what I've seen, I'm like, oh, it's so pretty. Hey, Simply Simone. Simply Simone said, hi. Hey, Nikki. Just came back from a romance novel convention in Anaheim last night. Oh, you got out just in time. OMG. Yeah, it was Jumanji. It was Jumanji. Like, my group chats were going off. And me and one of my friends who live in LA, everybody was freaking out. We were like, we're on the East Coast. I'm so sorry y'all dealing with that. OMG. Like, I was on the phone with my sister. We hung up, and as soon as we hung up, she called back. She's like, oh my goodness, the apartment just moved. She was like, the apartment just moved. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. Insane. Oh, you got out just in time. Just in time. OMG, Carmen. Thank you so much for the Cash App. Thank you so much. Thank you. If y'all are hearing a doo-doo, it's my charger. I can't stand Apple. I literally have to wait for this to get charged to a certain thing for it to shut up. So when it turns green, it's going to shut up. I apologize. Yes, TT, back like we never left. I need more of everything. They're terrible. Hey, Fly Joan 86, what's up? Thank you so much. Vodka said, hey, Nikki, do you think production is a problem? Like Kenya said in the Carlos interview, they absolutely are the problem. They've been a problem for years. Hey, Carmen, thank you again for the Cash App. Spitzy said, girl, yes, I'm back in the Bay and the rain made IRS. What happened? It was scary. Oh, it's on Neighborhood Talk. I don't know if I can see it. I think I have them blocked. Can you screenshot? I blocked a Neighborhood Talk, Shade Room, and any of them black gossip. Oh, Jasmine Brand, I'm so sorry. You seem like such a sweetheart, but I had to block. I had to block because y'all black gossip sites are just dark-sided. Y'all are just, it seems like y'all are cut from the womb of Satan. Y'all are so negative and nasty and evil. It's just like, do y'all want these black celebrities to succeed or die? I can't. I gotta block all of them. And I feel so bad because Jasmine Brand seems like a very sweet person. I've seen her interviews, but I'm just like, That XO Nicole girl, I had her blocked. I unblocked her when she got her mind right, and she was just like, you know what? This is not for me. This is just evil. It's just, I don't know. I don't know how you can do a gossip site and not be the arms and feet of Satan. How can you not? How can you do good with a black gossip site? With a gossip site in general? Like, how does it do well? Right? How do you do well? I don't know, but I had all them blocked. So if it's a Neighborhood Talk, can you just screenshot it, please? Because them demons is blocked. IA said, hey again, Nikki, I can't stay for long because it's late here. I'm sorry. I meant to do this earlier, but here's the thing. I apologize. I'm going to be better about this. I was doing some fall content stuff. And I went to sleep at 4 a.m. I'm so sorry. The fall content has got me in a chokehold, I'm going to do better. I have everything set up now where I will not need to do all-nighters, but I didn't even need to do an all-nighter. I just really love this time of year. And plus I'm on the East Coast, you know what I mean? Like in Atlanta, where it's like, they really get into the fall stuff here. They don't get into the fall stuff in LA like that, but they really get into it. And I've just been enjoying myself. I've been going to all these stores, getting pumpkins. It's my season. But yeah, I apologize. I normally do these at 12 and 2. Forgive me. I'm going to be better about that tomorrow, especially because the Bachelorette is about to come on. Guys, please don't hit me on Instagram with no spoilers about the Bachelorette, because first of all, look at me. I'm shaking. I'm stressed out. That show got me stressed out. Cherry, I don't know what you're going to do. And I know there was a spoiler. We will talk about it tomorrow. Thank you for showing us some love, IA. Blue Jay said, hey, Nikki and Star fam, I haven't watched, but I'm here. Thank you for being here. Particular, where have you been? I missed you. How are you? CM said it's the same folks for Potomac's. Oh, yeah, they don't like the black ladies. You know what? I can't talk about it. But that production team, Basura, allegedly, Black Hollywood, especially the production side, don't feature that production team. They are not well liked. And now we can see why. Brittany Addison Prescott said the Real Housewives had two slow episodes in a row. Yeah, it's bad. They cannot do this as newbies. Are you talking about the Real Housewives of New York? I agree. They cannot do this at newbies. I so look forward to. I think your comment got cut off. Hey Eva, how are you? Carmen says Sam's Club gets renewed each year thanks to the memory of my grandmom. I used to go with her every weekend. My grandmother's the reason why I have a Costco membership. She would not play about that. She would not play about that. Fly John 86 said, and didn't show one bit of King. Oh, we're going to talk about that. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Brittany also said the New York City girls had 2 bad episodes in a row. Upsetting. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Kayla said, hey, everyone, I'll probably fall asleep in 5 minutes. I did not sleep well last night, but here for now. Rest up. Get some lavender spray. Or you know what? I forget Dr. Till's lavender soak. Baby. Whenever I start that insomnia mess, get me a little lavender soak, put that lavender lotion on my chest, spray my pillow with some lavender spray. Out like a light. Slept through the night. IA says Sheree is his partner in clownery. Absolutely. Good for you. Earthquakes are never fun. I've experienced far too many in LA. They're just never fun. You never get used to that. RQ said, hey, Nikki, what is going on with the Real Housewives franchise? I do everything but look at the screen. Boring. It's terrible. It's terrible. Blue Jay said, a new iPhone is out because hearing your phone reminded me of mine. Its battery health has been dropping from 96 to 90%. Yeah. I'm telling you, if everybody in the industry did not have Mac products, I wouldn't have them. I don't recommend them at all. My friends who have Androids are living the best life. I'm stuck over here with this. I've had them blocked for like 2 years now. 2 years. You know what? No, it's been more than that. I've had them blocked for a very long time. I think I had them blocked when they started those Blue Ivy jokes. I was like, oh, we tearing down black kids, black features in here. Not over here. Philly Jordan 86 said, very much shade room. My last one, yeah. I block them all. They're just evil. It's just like I feel like the shade room started off as a way of I felt like they were finally covering black celebrities, and I think that's what everybody was, clamoring to that site. But it just became so nasty, negative, and evil. And I think that it's finally in its downfall era and ain't got good. RQ said, Bob showed us that a man will try to embarrass you and steal your shine even when you have moved on. Yep, all the time. XOXO Mimi said yes, and those sites don't give the whole story, especially when you talk about politics. Absolutely. Love Like You Are said Lipstick Alley has spawned the nastiest of nasty blog sites. Yes. Lipstick Alley as well. Just a mess. Thank you, LS. Thank you so much. IA said it's all good, Nikki. I watched the rest of the live with the replay crew. I'll watch the rest of the live with the replay crew. Okay. Coolio. Thank you for being here. Simply Simone said, I blocked the shade room after the Zaya Wade vendetta. Oh, I wasn't even there. I wasn't even around for that, but I know it was awful. I know that it was awful. And the thing about it is, I'm glad that it's finally being found out that it's a right-wing website, because a lot of those, like any black negative media, you always got to look for the source. Like when those black podcasters started coming out with those conversations about what do you bring to the table, and the black male podcasters, oh, my preferences, white women are amazing, black women are too angry, they have big noses, they have dark skin, I don't like a Shaniqua, and all of that mess. Always follow the money. Who's funding this? Who is funding this? Nobody black would be funding that, especially if your audience is black. Like there's no way, right? So you always have to follow the money. And I'm telling you, all of them black podcasts, the ones that I don't have, do I have any black podcasts not blocked? I'm so sorry. Let me tell you something. I'm David Duke when it comes to black podcasters. If you are, I say a black person with a mic, blocked. Especially if it's a black man, blocked. I'm sorry. I will have to have somebody convince me later that you are worth the listen. Oh, I blocked them demons. Absolutely. There's no way you're not being funded by the CIA. No way. You're either being funded by the CIA or the Ku Klux Klan. There's the stuff that they say specifically about the black community. And them Caribbean ones and them black UK ones are starting to get in on it too. Oh, block, blockity, block. I don't deal with it. I don't deal with it. How in the hell are you using the most powerful form of communication, which is media, and the first thing that you are saying about your community is how horrible it is? May you and your bloodline suffer in hell for the rest of your life. How dare you? How dare you? I block them demons immediately. Somebody has to convince me that that's a good podcast to listen to. I'll be more lenient with the sisters. I'll listen for a minute. But if the camera scroll and all of a sudden you got a black male co-host, sis, I'm blocking you. Because why do you have him there? What is he going to say? He's going to say something dumb, demonic, nasty, and negative about black people, especially black women. And you know what you're going to do? With that bad lace front wig, giggle. T-Ray, you crazy. No, that's not. I hate them. I hate them black podcasters. I hate them. Ooh, I don't like it. I do not like it because this is what they do, right? All it is a modern day, I forget what it's called. It's a specific name. Scholars in the chat, please tell me what the name is. But it is a modern day hate train against the black community, right? Anytime the black community starts getting a little bit of power, right? Starts getting up out of the ashes, especially black Americans, there's all of a sudden this like negative push in the media out of nowhere. And it's not new, right? Because we've talked about this before. When freed black people who were once formerly enslaved, when they were freed, what the hell is that? I hate living in Jumanji. I'm telling you, I'm getting a condo. Anyway, especially in the South, more or less specifically Georgia. They were farming the land of, their demonic masters at the time. But then when they were freed, they had those same skills. So they all became farmers, which is why still today, I like to get a lot of my produce, a lot of my packaged food items from black farmers, specifically here in Atlanta. Because, just get back to the community. Like we can do it. We can do it. Like everything that you need, especially as a black American, everything that you need, your people got the source. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm digressing a bit. But they all became farmers, specifically watermelon farmers. They were making bank on bank on bank, right? Getting the community out of poverty, teaching the community how to become farmers. So all of a sudden, black people started becoming these watermelon farmers, and the whole community, especially the community in Georgia, the Black community in Georgia, were making a lot of money. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, all these advertisements come up, and you see them now, right? Where it's like this Black person pictured as a monkey with this wide red mouth, spaced out chiclet teeth, eating a watermelon, and like a negative comment written over it, because it was supposed to take away the momentum that Black farmers, especially Black watermelon farmers, was getting, and just discourage, especially white people who were buying those products, buying those watermelons from them, discourage them from shopping with them. And actually, it was very successful. It was very successful. So now, all of a sudden, these podcasts come out of nowhere, right? Everything they're talking about is negative, about something negative about the Black community, right? And no matter where these Black podcasters are located, the subject is always Black Americans. Why y'all so focused on us, right? But then you got to think about it. Instead of getting mad at them idiots who will do anything for a check, oh my goodness, your mother should have swallowed you, forgive me, who will do anything for a check, instead of looking at them, you have to look at the source. And you don't got to do too much research. You find out that Breitbart is funding a lot of them. You find out that these conservative billionaires are funding them. DJ Academics, he was just exposed for having some white right-wing billionaire funding his podcast. Why the hell are you funding DJ Academics, right? But then you look at the content that DJ Academics puts out, and it's just like, oh, okay. Now we see why you're doing that. That's why I try to be, and I hope you guys understand, I try not to be hard on Black Americans, right? I'm always just constantly reminding us of who we are, because we forget all the time. And I'm like, who does not forget who we are? Our oppressors. They never forget. They never let up. But we always forget. We always forget. So that is why I block all of those Black media sites, all of those Black podcasts, because it's not too hard to find out who's funding them. And once you find the source, the content makes so much sense. Even if they look like you Black people, block them and be blessed. Let's move on. Simply Simone said the Shade Room got ran off the spill with it. Absolutely. And I was so proud. They made one post and everybody was just like, not you, not you, not here, not here. Hey, NTR, thank you for coming back. Give me shelter. What's up? Happy Monday indeed. LS said the Shade Room is going viral because of their reporting on the $700 payments to Maui residents. It's very misleading and inaccurate. Absolutely, because Americans, we're not taught civics, right? So we have to figure all of that out. And a lot of us figure it out in our adult life if we ever want to be bothered with it. So it's so easy to get misled in America politically. It's so easy. And a lot of that misleading information starts within the Black community, especially the Black Democratic community, because Black people are the backbone of, especially older Black women are the backbone of the Democratic Party. That's why, as a millennial, yes, there are a lot of things that I want to change, right? And I have my beliefs and I hold proud to them. But I will always hear and listen. I might disagree, but I will always listen and sit at the feet of older Black women in the Democratic Party, because they've been doing this long before I even got here, right? And I'm telling you, they ain't never been wrong. Older Black women in the Democratic Party have never missed. There were times when I was just like, no, this isn't the right candidate. No, this isn't the right time. No, we should not be doing that. Why are we pushing this law? Why are we And every time, so older Black woman is just, she's silent. And she's just like, let me do this. We got it. And they've been proven right every time. Every time. So even if I have doubts, even if I don't trust something, if the older Black ladies in the Democratic Party said that this is what's supposed to happen, I'm gonna let them rock because they ain't never miss. I don't know how they get this information, but they don't ever miss. I remember my girl used to get us all together when it was voting time, and baby, how she had this information, I don't know. How she had this information. She would get everybody together. Let's go. Let's go. This is what we're doing. This is what we vote for. This is what ain't never miss. I don't know how they do it. I don't know if you like all of a sudden, like as a Black woman, all of a sudden when you hit like a good 65, all of a sudden you become a political genius. I don't know. I don't know how that happens, but they never miss. So I always listen to them. I'll have some issues, but I'll be like, you know what? I'm going to let you rock. I'm going to let you rock. But the misinformation always starts within our community, because outside of any community, right? The Black community, the Black American community, and the white community, vote. We will vote. Our numbers, ain't nobody catching us. Ain't nobody catching us in them numbers. And we're a smaller population. So we are absolutely a threat to the right-wing white majority, right? So there's always going to be a pushback against this community, which is why Republicans are going after Black men, right? Because they can't get us. They can't get us. They gonna go after them Black men, them single, angry, misogynistic Black men who can't get a Black woman to save their life. And now the non-Black women that they go after are realizing that they are creepy predators and they need to stay far away from them. That's why they're available to them, right? Them passport bros, they're going after them. That's why if you listen to passport bros or anything that those angry Black men are saying, it's the same white supremacist rhetoric. It's just coming from a dark-skinned demon. Right? Same script, same demon. Same script, same demon, just a bit more melanin. It's the same thing. So it always starts within our community. That's why the Shade Room is so hated, because they post misleading political, information. They also are extremely homophobic. They posted Zaya Wade. I remember that, Simply Simone. They posted Zaya Wade and was just like presented without comment. You put a child on your site and ignited adults to harass that child. Pure evil. Pure evil. I don't care how many lace front wigs, bad, botched lace front wigs the owner of the Shade Room bought. Baby, it's not enough. It's not enough. They can't help you sleep at night. No way you're having a good night's sleep. Not with the evil you're putting out. Not with the evil you're putting out. And you know what? One would think, because I remember like when in that whole Twitter thing, a lot of people were just like, oh, of course, she's African. She's not African-American. Baby, she got the shade, borough. She got the shade. She got different sites. And she's dragging every and anything Black. It don't matter. Just as long as she's getting a coin from the degradation of Black bodies, she's fine. She's fine. Pure evil. NTR said, who is funding the anti-natural hair YouTubers? Why do those check the source, have high sub counts below engagements? Check the source. You will see. You will see. They'll do an ad soon. They'll do an ad soon and be like, oh, this is the relaxer I use all the time. Girl, please get out of here. You got a silk press. Hi, Juby. How are you? So sorry, I got off track. Let me welcome everybody in, and then we'll get into the chat. Mickey W said, I thought the Shade Room was started by a Black woman, now pretending to be a Christian. As a Christian, I will say this. What's the Christianity that Black people learn or live by, especially colonized Black people, is white supremacist Christianity. So it's not a shock that she is Black and Christian and, spewing white supremacist rhetoric. It's in the faith. It's in the faith. That's why I am so thankful, and I say this all the time. I'm so thankful that you guys met me when I was not a devout Christian. I don't know what I would have said on this platform. I don't know who I would have harmed. I thank God that y'all met me free. I thank God that y'all met me free. My God, today, like Christianity, especially the Christianity taught to Black people, street like white supremacist rhetoric. You're better off reading the Torah. Give Me Shelter said, block as you should. I know that's right. Blue Jay says, sometimes people that make the drama gossip scene unwell. It can be fun, lighthearted, make a joke and then go on. Some people drag it through the mud, making me feel unwell and depressed. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a little tea, right? Like, y'all know me. I sip from behind. I don't like being the tea, but I like sipping the tea, right? There's nothing wrong with a little shade. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with that. But when it crosses the line to now you are, putting out information that could harm somebody, encouraging encouraging people to harass this child to suicide, making fun of a toddler's Black features, posting information right before an election to mislead people. Like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. She won't be invited. She won't be invited back to the White House. Absolutely not after that mess. Not after that mess. JMT said the Black men usually add nothing except misogyny and homophobic behaviors. Absolutely. Absolutely. Essence T, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. CM said, well, the Shade Room isn't ran by Black Americans, but get the biggest push from media. It's not, but they hire a lot of Black Americans. So we're not going to make this a diaspora war. We're not going to be like, oh, it's, Nigerians that are doing it. She hired a lot of Black American people who write that garbage. They could all go to the same hell. Sierra said, in a world and industry full of clout chasing liars, we have, oh, you're so sweet to give us the real. Love you too, Sierra. Poor Shekula said, I was in Twitter, didn't really catch what was going on, and it looks like the Shade Room is being exposed. Thank the Lord. Blue Jay said, misinformation, propaganda, but I don't think that is the right term. It was a term that was used for the propaganda that they were using at the time against Black watermelon farmers. I can't think of it right now, but it'll come to me at some point. Hey, so stuff, thank you for being here. NTR said anti-Black bot farms push up subs on channels and then others see it. And I think it's the content that is getting the subs, so they make the same anti-Black content. Yep, that's why I just block. I'm actually going to do a video about it. And I think I want to do a TikTok about it because I see so many Black people falling into like that trap, especially Black Americans. Let me tell you something. We are high engagement for positivity and hate, right? So people who are looking for engagement will either troll us or not love bomb. That's not the way to use it, but like, I'm trying to find another word, but I'm from Philly and I can only think of one word. My God, today there has to be another word. I hate that. I can only think of this one word. If you're from Philly, you know the word that's in my head and I'm trying to not say it. They will just, just try to garner a lot of praise from us, right? Or they will troll us. It is so easy. I'm telling you, I learned that on Instagram. When I had did that video about bonnets, I all my tags were, specifically for the Black community. My God, today, the way them bots came out in droves, got that video to over 1 million views on Instagram. All because of those tags that were specifically targeting Black people, especially Black Americans. So they follow those tags, and that views and the algorithm is attached to that. So you'll continue to say things that are wild and outlandish about Black people, especially Black Americans, because you will get the engagement you need. And I'm always like, Black people, just block them. Just block them, because you are like, that's another thing. I just feel like Black people do not understand how powerful they are in media. There is, I forget what they're called, but there are these two older white women and they basically just hate everything. And they have a podcast. Nobody was checking for them until Black people started saying that just tweeting about them, talking about them, stitching videos about them. And all of a sudden, these ladies are getting major deals, major interviews. They ain't said nothing to help the Black community, nothing, right? Because they got this free press and promo from the Black community. It's just like we do it every time. We do it every time. And it's like, and I think we do it because we just don't know the power that we have. And it's so easy to think you are powerless in a world that continues to tell you that you are less than. But I'm telling you, if the world is focuses on making you believe that you are less than, it's because you are the total opposite. But we got to get there. We got to get there. But I'm telling you, if you want to go viral, do a video about Black people. Positive or negative, you're going to eat. You're going to eat. Ah, thank you, Fly Join 86. You know the word I was thinking about? So stuff said, because it's easy to make money off of Black Americans, the good and the bad. Yep, you got it. You got it. Absolutely. As soon as being anti-Black stops being lucrative for her, she's already trying to get the anti-trans coin. Then after that, if that don't work out, she's going to become extremely anti-Semitic. She's tap dancing around that. She's tap dancing around that being anti-Semitic. It's coming. It's coming. As soon as what she's doing now stops being lucrative, she is absolutely coming for the Jewish community, and she is absolutely coming for the Asian community. And the white ring races that fund her will eat it up. LS said the whole 50-50 payment conversation continues to fuel the lack of relationship to which is often a topic of those podcasts. They don't have nothing else to talk about. It's the same stuff. And these people are good and 40. Good and 40. And y'all talk about what people bring to the table, smash or pass. You're 36. You're 36. Block them. Spency said, no, are they really? Yikes. DJ Academics is the worst. Can't wait for Meg to sue. Same. CM said, Black Americans have been demonized from the jump to everyone, because look at what this small community was able to do globally. Look at what the Black American community, look at what the civil rights movement did for Black people globally. Hello, apartheid. They saw what we did and said, absolutely not. We're not going to live like this. If they can get free, we can get free. And that is the problem, right? To the world who wants to continue to oppress us. That's why when we talked about the Alabama boat brawl, I was like, we got to be on the lookout for them people. We got to be on the lookout, because everybody's celebrating, having a good time. Black people globally, people of color globally, were saying, absolutely, let's do it. Unity. Just a little conversation to start, right? Do you think that the people who make money off of your oppression is going to allow that to happen? Hello. Anytime we do anything successfully, we all of a sudden end up missing. Spency said, Issa Rae is funding the Scotty and Sylvie podcast. I said, okay, it's excellent and celebrates Blackness, and specifically Black women. I work with a lot of people in the industry, right? And I know when I talk about stuff, you're like, who you talk about, Nikki? Who you talk about? And I always say, you will know them by their fruit. You will know them anti-Black Black people. You will know them by their fruit. Let me tell you something about Issa Rae. She's a good egg. She's a good egg. She is by the people and for the people, right? But she does it very smart. She's very unassuming, very unassuming. Even if I don't rock with some of the stuff she does, because we got to be real here. Some of the content that she puts out, I'm like, I might be a little too ghetto for this. I don't understand. Y'all at Harvard having a girl. I don't know nothing about that. But some stuff, not everything has to be for me, right? I'll always support it. I will always support her because she is really about it. Always get a coin from me. Even if I don't eat off that coin, always get a coin from me. So Seth said, Cardi tried to tell you about the shade room, but people call her sensitive. I'm so glad that she's suing all them people. Tasha K, all them. Get your coin. Get your coin. Them black gossip media sites have got to die. Die. Blue Jay said, random fact, the biscuits in the can we have today is from a Black man. Absolutely. They were popular, but it took time to make, so fell out of favor. A man got on the train and wanted something to eat. Oh, I hate when they cut off your comments. But of course. That's why I'm just like, Black people, whenever you create something, you better patent it. You better patent it. Y'all love Jack Daniels so much. Y'all love it because a black man created it. Give me shelter. And the company is going to do a little Black History Month post. Everybody under that post that Jack Daniels did on Instagram was just like, did you give him people? Did you give his bloodline that money? Y'all going to thank him? Did you give his bloodline all that Jack Daniels money? Evil. Give Me Shelter said, is anyone using Spottable or Spill currently? I'm on Spill. I haven't been on it as much because, you know, I'm doing too much right now. Maybe when I get off this strike, I'll get more active on that. XOXO Mimi said, yes, that's a whole $700 payment was so misleading, which leads people to think that the government is not doing enough and then won't vote because they think their vote doesn't matter. Absolutely. Absolutely. Literally half the nation votes. That's why I'm just like, I get, you know, you being skeptical about, you know, what's ever happening in the nation. I honestly get it. But if you don't vote, shut the hell up. I'm sorry. Please, voting doesn't matter. Okay, Keith, I don't want to hear nothing that you got to say. I don't want to hear nothing that you got to say with all of a sudden that they put chattel slavery back in place. I don't want to hear that. I don't want you complaining. I don't want you complaining. I want you to be picking the most cotton. Shut up. Shut up. Aye said, yes, Nikki, one of these YouTube channels that like to focus all their hate on Black women just got demonetized. Thank you, Lord. But we're on their channel crying and Black women were in their comments, cussing them and rejoicing. Absolutely. God is real. Tiffany said they get information from the senior centers. That's where my grandma got her information from. They be organizing in there. They be organizing in there. They be, oh, I love it. Nobody. Every time I'm like, oh, gotta have that civics conversation. OMG. So Seth said they just posted a plus size Black woman's engagement. Yep. And she actually did a video on TikTok and she was just like, I know you guys are mad about it, but he loves me. And I was bigger when he met me. Yes. I say, yes, girl. Eat. They are evil. That site is evil. It is funded to make Black people feel less than. We have to constantly consume media to make us feel less than, because the minute we get empowered, it's a problem globally. Globally. Y'all remember Black Lives Matter and the marches we was doing? And all of a sudden in the UK, they was having them protests, Black Lives Matter. Do y'all remember when the Black people was protesting in the UK? I loved it. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. I said, I know that's right, with that proper chant. I know that's right. Simply Simone said, I still remember them taking promo money from a publisher to promote Colleen Hoover's books. Yep. That lady is so problematic because her book romanticized domestic violence and toxic relationships. They don't care. It's all about the coin. It's all about the coin. Black capitalists will not save us. Black capitalists will help to eradicate us. Look at that. Look at what that Black mayor is doing in New York City and the Black population there. Child, I will never trust a Black capitalist. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No way. No, I don't trust you. I don't care how great your movies and music and clothes and jewelry and hairline. I don't trust you. No. Get far away from me. Blue Jay said, Nikki, our Black thought. Oh, please. I try. Oh, this is from our grandma. Blue Jay said, learning white supremacy is deeply sold in Christianity, which I don't know why it shocked me, but that and watching TikToks about it shook me to my core, making me change my foundation. Same. And I didn't know what I was in until the election of Barack Obama. And I was going to a racially diverse church. And I thought we were all brothers and sisters in the kingdom until that Black man became the president of the United States of America. Oh, them non-Black evangelicals let me know real quickly how they felt about people like me being in a position of power. Woke me up real quick. Woke me up real quick. Thank you so much, Kylie Steve. Kylie Steve said, what? You know, with the zeros. 1,000,000,000% about older Black women Democrats. They always know. They got the pulse on the future. They always know. Thank you, Kylie Steve. Thank you so much. I will get into, I just really want to get everybody because I've been talking. So I just want to make sure I get everyone, and then we will get into what we're here about. I feel so bad for the people that are be coming to these chats. I don't know how we get here. Opulent Pomegranate says those bots were wild. Baby, it was insane. It was insane. I don't know the name of it, but it's the hair store up the street from me. That's where I get all my turbans from, the hair store. The hair store never does me wrong. I love my local hair store. Blue Jay said, girl, we are in the year of the grifters. It's crazy, but they get money doing so. Yeah. And then when the money comes out, and then when the money runs out, all of a sudden they had to change of heart. What's the Christian Walker? Mr. O, who sold I Can Breathe shirts right after the world watched, I forgot his name, George Floyd have his neck cracked by that man's knee. And we watched a man lose his life. We watched a man be lynched as a world. And you know what Christian Walker did the next day? Make I Can Breathe shirts. May he never win. Ever. I don't care how he tries to redeem himself. If that is the first thought that you have to do after watching a man lose his life, you have no humanity left in your body. You have no human. You watched a man be slaughtered. And the next day you made I Can Breathe shirts. You can't explain that kind of evil. You cannot explain that kind of evil. So the rehabilitation he trying to do, oh, I'm sorry, my Black father was mean to me. I don't care. I do not care. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. I love to read. Now, I'll never have them block. I love crystals. I love to read. When I can, I'll binge it. I love it. Me and my bestie Rhoa, we talk about them all the time. I hated that Kid Fury was going through so much, but I understand. Give Me Shelter said, when the Alabama boat brawl happened, I did not see one Asian content maker support the people standing up for the co-captain. Not one. Doesn't mean one doesn't exist, but I haven't found one. Was the co-captain Asian? I'm asking because I did see some stuff, but I follow a lot of Asian content creators who have those conversations. Especially, what's the girl? The rope walker. There is an Asian woman on TikTok. Oh, she be clearing everybody. She clears everybody. That woman is educated. Sipping Simone, you know who I'm talking about. Link her in the chat. She's good. She is good. Dynamic. I love it. I want her to keep going. I love the fact that she showed that if the situation does not suit me, even with a child involved, I'm getting out because I can. Because she was the breadwinner. Unfortunately, she let that bread loser knock her up. Teresa G said, Uncle Ernest Green created bourbon. Yep. And his kids, his grandkids, I believe, or great grandkids, actually created a line of a drink line with his name. Zelda said, Nikki, you ever think of running for any office? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We all need people telling like it is. Thanks. Absolutely not. So I can lose everything that I work for and get assassinated and everybody still go on. I always think of Martin Luther King kids. Let me tell you something. The way those kids are so chill, I'd be fighting everyone. They lost their grandmother and their father to the civil rights movement. Also, Black people can sit up on a podcast and say, Black men can sit up on a podcast and say that Black woman ain't worth change for a quarter. Also, a Black woman can sit up on a podcast and say that Black women need to stop being so damn angry. Excuse me? Absolutely not. Nope. Get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it. I will sit here and chit chat with the Star family, but absolutely not. So y'all can Michelle Obama me the things that her husband did for the community, and then to hear them people call that woman a man and ape, and the black community just look the other way. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Absolutely not. Martin Luther King kids is too chill for me. We have lost far too many leaders in the community due to assassination, and we so freaking docile and chill. The devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. Get somebody else to do it. I'm not sacrificing my life and my happiness for y'all to just go on and live your best life. After I done died, my family is crying. Nikki loved the community. She forced them. Also, y'all can get up in here and say white women are winning. They better than black women. Black women dark and angry. Excuse me, I was marching for you. Absolutely not. Just so you white girls can get up here and say that black women got, dark-skinned women got nappy hair and big noses. Just so you skinny black women can get up there and judge big black women and say that they are a donut away from dying of diabetes and laugh with the black community at that black woman? Absolutely not. Just so you upper class blacks can get in a space of non-black people and laugh and judge black women who are wearing a bonnet to the freaking market? Nope. Nope, I'm a mind my business like everybody else. Get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it. Malcolm X is immortalized on the t-shirt. Oh, he did. He's on a damn t-shirt at Target. Nope, because if I'm assassinated, y'all better burn it down. There needs to be ash. I want to be looking down from heaven like, okay, I just wanted to make sure. Okay, nothing's left. All right, because I ain't want to die in vain. Jesus, I'm serious. Because I was just like, if I'm gonna die, I want something to happen. So I'm okay with that. I know that's right. Oh, look at Vodka. Look at Vodka with olives with the Molotov cocktail. I knew that they would do it. Oh, Simply Simone got the AK-47. I know that's right. Simply get him. That's what I want to see. This is what I want to see. If that's not happening, I'm good. No. Sorry, Zelda. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Martin Luther King's children taught me a valuable lesson. No. Chocolate Bunny, thank you so much for the super chat. Chocolate Bunny said, if voting didn't matter, why do they work so hard to keep you from it? Talk about it. That's exactly what my grandmother said. That's exactly what my grandmother would say. Ciao. Black grandmothers are it. The student loans conversation. I want to bite people. I'm like, it's the research is right there. The information is right there. Why won't you just read it? The information is right there. Oh, you have to vote in every freaking election, not just for the president. Momi said, not only do Black folks need to be patent products and inventions, but we also need to copyright what we say and post online. Hello, on fleek. These corporations are making millions off of AAVE and virality. Absolutely. Kosua said, you better teach the people, Nikki. Thank you. Spitzy said, girl, do you remember when Jay-Z said... I can't wait to go to Renaissance. Eva said, yes, voting is so important. We are so powerful and they don't want us to know. Marginalized communities in general. Like, oh my God. I'm telling you, the 1% is so lucky. You're also lucky marginalized communities just, are too busy fighting amongst each other to really see what's going on. My God, today. Teresa G said, look slaves dead in their eyes and said, your suffering will be rewarded. Ciao. And listen, and I'm not judging anybody, any Black Christians or anything like that. Listen, I had to have that whole experience. If Barack Obama probably was ever president, I would probably still be in that church spewing all kinds of hate. Like, I'm not judging nobody. Thank God for grace and mercy. That's why I'm here today, right? Thank God that the people who I was spewing ignorance against loved me more than I loved them and was able to educate me because I didn't deserve it. So I'm not judging. I'm just saying, if it don't feel right in your spirit, it's because it's not right. It's not right. Sharpen your discernment and get free. The audacity of ambition said to be fair, Adams' administration is doing some good, but his mouth turns people off. I'm a city worker. You know what? Regardless of what I know, I'm gonna stand by you. I'm gonna stand by you, and I'll take it, and I will take it. It's just that NYPD budget. Why they get that much money and you got so many unhoused people? Yeah. I'm gonna give me shelter and like 4 more, and then we're gonna go. Malcolm X had to sit down with a white host who asked him about Black leaders. He asked the interviewer, why do whites insist Black people have one leader, no one else did? Paraphrase, but it made me think, why? Listen, because people think that we're a monolith. We're not. We just have to work together, right? Like, and you know what? Black Africans, let me know. Y'all can cuss me out if I'm wrong. But I feel like it's easier for y'all to like fight against each other because y'all have the ability to be different. We don't have that, right? We have differences in, you know, our language and regions and things like that. But at the end of the day, we are one people. We are one people. Like, we don't have, you know, we can't be different because of how we got here. And we were made up of, you know, multiple Black African cultures, right? Mainly Nigerian. My God, today, every Black person that does, you know, the 23andMe, it's like, why am I 60% Nigerian? Damn, they caught everybody in Nigeria and shipped it to America, in Jamaica. Anyway, but I think it's a bit easier for y'all to like, you know, pop off at each other when Black people are like, oh my God, aren't we family? Oh, Black Americans oh my God, they get so hurt. They get so hurt when Africans start cussing us out and saying things about us like, oh, like if you ever see like a Black African, you know, let me stop saying Black African, an African person, saying anything negative about Black Americans, you will always find Black Americans in the chat. I thought in the comments, I thought we were family. Oh my God, aren't we cousins? Well, they don't feel like that. We'd be so heartbroken in them comments. And I'm just like, I think it's because you guys have the ability to just be different, right? You can be Kenyan, you can be Nigerian, you can be from the Congo, right? We don't have that. We could be from Cleveland, we could be from Philly, but at the end of the day, we the same freaking people. So I think like that's what it is. That's where our feelings get. It's we'd be so sensitive in them comments, and I'm like, just move on. But I think like that's what it is, because yes, we were made up of many things, many cultures, and which is why like so many cultures just like, well, you got that from us. Probably, we don't know. And you too nasty for us to even reach back and be like, is this from you? So we'll just never know. But I feel like because of that, like we are able to like, I did. Like the most racist person I met at that church, me and her was like going to God crying, praying for her sister's cancer to be reversed. And it was, absolutely. And I thank the Lord. I'm not mad that, you know, she's in remission and healed and living her best life. But if I would have known that she was racist, I probably wouldn't have prayed as hard. Let's just keep it real. But we're different. I don't know what I was saying. Anyway, I love y'all. Y'all sidetracked. I forgot. I was saying that it's because people think that we are a monolith. Although I was talking about this comment. Although we're all so different, it's because we just have like this one identity, which is Black American, but we are different. But at the end of the day, when it comes time to do like any movement, it's the Montgomery Brawl, right? Like we are one people. So I think that's why it's always thought that we're a monolith, but we're not. But we've always been a monolith when it comes to freedom. We've always found a way to work together for us to get free, for us to, advance in a way, advance as a community. So that's why people think that we're a monolith, but we're not. We're all very different. We all think extremely different from different regions, cities, neighborhoods, colleges, fraternities. So we all have a different way of thinking. But when it comes time for action, we one people. We are one people. He's doing well. I follow him. He's doing well. He's doing really well. Give Me Shelter also said no, but the co-captain wasn't Asian, but every other group supported the man. I just feel like the Black community has to realize we don't have any allies. We might have individual allies, but I don't think we have any cultural allies. And that's because, listen, we are the example to immigrants. We are the example to the Asian community. We are the example to the Latino community, the Mexican community. I feel like I'm missing a community. We're just an example to oppressed communities that you don't want this. You don't want this smoke. We stay on their necks because they always buck up. You chill out, you won't have this fight. You join the fight, you'll be good. Now, you'll never sit at the table, but we're not going to treat you like we treat them. So I'm not saying I'm okay with it, but I get it. I get it. I think we just have allies from different communities individually, but we don't have it. We don't have a whole community. Like back in the day, the Jewish and Black community used to do very well. Child, that Jamie Foxx mess showed that with that unity is no longer. That unity is no longer. No, she circus something. Her name is Circus Freak on TikTok. Circus something. Right? Is it Circus Freak? She just be clearing. Circus Fairy. Whoo! This girl right here.
You and I don't know each other.
Woo! She doing the work. She doing the work. 1 30-second video at a time. Clearing everybody. Clearing everybody. Anybody come to her with some smoke? She got it. She got it. She got it. It all depends on, Stephen, how you picture Latinos, right? Because I saw a lot of Latinos talking about it. They were Black, Afro-Latino. So it all depends on how you picture them. Let me get out of here. Let me get out of here and finally get to just. There will be timestamps in the video. I don't know. I just hate. I hate being oppressed. That's why I talk about it so much. Akusa was said, and Malcolm X's children and wife, I will not martyr myself and sacrifice my children for it. No way. No way. No way. Zelda said, I hear you, Nikki. Great points and why more people don't run. Yeah, it was absolutely joking and tongue in cheek, but I just don't feel like the sacrifice is worth it. I'm sorry from all my all the Black leaders that have come before the current Black leaders, like Ferguson is a clear example. Ferguson is a clear example. All those leaders are dead. Didn't die of natural causes, murdered. Nothing is being done. Nah, I'm not putting my mama through that. So nothing can happen when I go? Child, if I am martyred, it better be climate change part 2. Climate change part 2. Burn it down. Juicy said, I'm sure we got to talking the same. I love my community and definitely want to help in my community. But being at the head, no ma'am, Pam, and burn it down for me too. Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Vodka, you know you will have the Molotov cocktail. Opulent said, when I saw a Fred Hampton shirt at Hot Topic, it was a wrap. Yeah, it's a wrap. Oh, you'll do the grenades? Okay. Okay, Simply Simone. So are the children of Move. So are the children of Move. Them kids don't know what happened in the 80s. Children, the grandparents, the grandkids, all still stalked by the Philadelphia police. And they literally dropped a bomb on them people and blew up them adults and children. And to this day, they are still being stalked by the Philadelphia police. So many of them had to leave the state, and even that wasn't enough. Malcolm X kids and grandkids were stalked by the police. They can't even breathe too hard. Tupac's mama was smart, hid with the folks who's down for you and yours. That's right. That's right. I can't stand them people. I can't stand them people. Yeah, like, see, this is the thing. I feel like, because I always speak from my experience, I feel like there is always room to grow, right? There is always room to change your mind after you're presented with new information. It's the people who don't care about new information. You're just here to create chaos. You just want to create a world that is just dark and negative and miserable because you are. And unfortunately, that is your life, and you want to spread that to everybody else. Absolutely not. There are really people out there who are just misled. There are really people out there who are just misled. The church is absolutely teaching that if you are somebody who was a part of the LGBTQ community, that you are going to hell, that you are evil, that you are demonically possessed. Can you imagine that being taught to kids? Like literal children thinking that these nice people in these sequins in the sequins and colorful outfits are possessed by the devil. You know how bad I felt when I loved the drag community? Like, oh my God, I would love a drag show secretly because I was like, oh my gosh, I love these demonically possessed people. I love the fashion. I love the performances, but they're going to hell. Like, I'm a kid thinking this. It happens. It happens. It happens. Porshecula said, it is now illegal in Georgia to pass waters. I thought they revoked that. Oh, darn it. Fire Festival, they bringing that back? Child, they trying to kill some more rich white kids. Love Like You Are said, but the countries and boundaries were drawn by colonizers. So that's why people from different African countries are fighting. Different tribes had to coexist with one another, but they still fight. Child, always the man on my line trying to embarrass me. Love you, Vaca. Strange Break Media said, are you still going to talk about Real Housewives of Salt Lake City trailer and Kenya Moore interview? I'm absolutely going to talk about the Kenya Moore interview. I am not talking about Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, at least for a while. And when I can, I will. But for right now, I can't. And you will know why when I can talk about it. Mickey W said, we are definitely different. When I moved from New Orleans to Atlanta, it was an adjustment. Yeah, we're different, extremely different. Like when it comes to freedom, we one people. We one people. Now we'll beef with each other. We'll fight. We may kill. But when it comes to freedom, we won. We are one. No, you're right on time for read. I ain't even start. We got on race again. Oh my God, guys, when the fall and Christmas season start, I'm not talking about race. I'm talking about pumpkins and Santa Claus. Momi said, yes, that Asian lady on TikTok. Oh, she does the work. That's my girl. She educates. There's a Latino man who does that on TikTok as well. He talks about anti-Blackness all the time in the Latino and Hispanic community. Like, there are people who get it. Unfortunately, they just don't get as much traction as everybody else. And I hate that. That's my girl. I love her. I love her. People be trying to say whatever. And she was like, yeah, I hear you. But what you're saying is extremely racist. And here is why you're saying it. And clear them over. I love her. Actually, Aubrey said, honestly, Nikki, I had a similar church experience back during the Obama administration. So I get it. But it's not all believers. I hope you know that. Oh, absolutely. I'm still Christian. I still go to church. I still love the Lord. I just mind my business and, part of my hood. I'm not a dickhead. You know what I mean? Because it has nothing to do with Jesus and everything to do with oppressing people who are not white, straight, and male. Ciao. Zelda Z said, I just turned 70. I just turned 77 and was hoping I would see way more changes by now. Very sad. Wish I was young again so I could fight more, but I do raise my voice when needed. Zelda, you've done the work. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And that just breaks my heart. That just breaks my heart because the world should look very different. It should. And I'm sorry. Now, Zelda, you making me feel bad. I'll run for city council in a small town, Zelda. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. And happy birthday, Zelda. Zelda got me running for office. Drewski says, speaking of cooking, did you see the new fruit shake pots? We are just sidetracked all the way. From La Crusade, you are the first person I thought of. Me and La Crusade got into a fight today. And this is it, Drewski. I got to get into the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Me and them got into a fight today because I went to go purchase the fruits that I saw. And I was like, what is going on with the money in the basket? And I realized, because I was trying to sign into my account, and I realized it's a Canadian site. America never gets the good La Crusade. It's always in Japan and it's always in Canada. I don't know what the problem is. Is my American dollars not good enough for you? So I emailed them and they're going to respond, oh, we don't know when this is ever going to come or if we'll ever get it, or if we'll ever get it on the American website. Kind regards. Kind regards, your mother. Like I didn't put coin into your basket. You got to give me more than that. Kind regards. It felt like a racial slur to me. Like, how dare you? They getting on my nerves. They got on my nerves with that one. First of all, I ain't even got money like that. I'm tight with my coin, and I was still going to try to, trick you off a little something and give you something for a little garlic dish, and you going to tell me it's never going to come to America or you're not sure? How you not sure? That's your company. You know what's being made. They get on my nerves in America. I cannot stand American La Crusade. Now, if I get a deal with them, I'm deleting this video. But right now, I can't stand them. I cannot stand. You don't know nothing. You make the product. How do you not know that if you are or not getting blueberry pots? You know Americans want that cast iron garlic pot. Why are you playing with me? Oh, they get on my nerves. Oh, it's always Canada or Japan. Every time I see something that I want from La Crusade, Canada or Japan. And I like Canada, but it's too cold. I can't do that cold. I can barely do the heat. I'm a nice East Coast fall girl. That's it. I need a nice little medium weather. I can't do that. But Drewski, why did you bring them people up? I can't stand them demons. Like, can you believe that? I'm helping put coin in their pocket, and they're going to tell me we don't know if or when it will ever be in stock on the American site. Kind regards, your mother. Your mother. How dare you disrespect me? How dare you disrespect me? Do you see my account? You know how much money I done gave to y'all? Whoo! Anyway, God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. Momi said, I think being a follower of Christ and being a Christian are two different things. Period. Because I'm more of a John the Baptist. I'm more the John the Baptist. It's fine to be religious, but not if it goes against various types of people. Yeah, because how is God love, but all of a sudden y'all trying to kill trans kids? Something ain't adding up. Something ain't adding up. How is God love and y'all hanging black people from trees like Christmas lights, putting it on postcards, holding your baby next to a charred black body, and taking a picture and putting it on a postcard and sending it to people for Christmas? How is that God? That's pure evil. Pure evil. Child. That's not my God. Not my God. How was a drag show bad? Oh my God, if I was a kid in drag, I don't know how sparkly I would be. I would probably be sparklier than I am now. If drag queens read children's books to me at the Philadelphia Library as a child, OMG. I would be walking, what's her name? Pikachu? Not Pikachu. Cockadoodle. The cockadoo? What is the cockatoo from Zoobly Zoo? I would be a walking cockatoo. Ciao. Ciao. I can't stand them demons. How they play me like that? Spency said, my mom was on council and girl, they hated my mom because she didn't allow anything oppressive to any groups to pass. And that's all they wanted. Yeah. I'm telling you, that's where it starts. Y'all got to get on school board. That's why, hello, black people in Florida. That's why they're able to remove everything and anything about Black Americans out of the school books. Because them demons is on the school board. Y'all got to get on the school board. Y'all got to go full Eric Mays on the school board. I saw that and that broke my heart. I saw everybody was cussing her out and I'm like, oh, are we going to act like she's not being groomed, that she wasn't groomed? Whew, the way men get a pass in any community. Yikes. CM says you got to make a Canadian friend to send you good stuff. You know what, Shannon Van, you're still in the chat. Teresa G said, had a fight with my boyfriend over him. Oh my God. Woo! Absolutely not. Me and Mama Sarah almost got into it. I love her, but I was like, honey, silicone products on them pots. America gets nothing. Nothing. It's probably because of racism. They were just like, oh, we don't want to make them black people happy. Oh my goodness. I'm working on it actually. So far, I have a few recipes. And the dedication is to my grandmother. But, I don't know when it'll come out, but I'm working on it. If you were an ATL housewife, who would you get along with? Candy, hands down. She's a good friend to have. Me and her would never beef. Phaedra messed that up. Child, I'm sweating, so my thing is lifted. Me and her would never beef. Me and Candy, besties. Now, I wouldn't go to her penis sucking parties, but me and her would be besties. Me and her would be besties. Oh, it absolutely is. It absolutely is. Oh, I always say the difference between the Klan and white evangelicals is they have better baked goods. That's it. Them white evangelicals can make a biscuit. Them white evangelicals can make a cookie, especially a butter cookie. Oh, they can make a butter cookie. That's the only difference between them and the Ku Klux Klan. Baby, zoobly zoo. Ben Vereen. We had Ben Vereen. Magic and wonders are waiting for you. I can't believe that show was one season. I remember watching so much of that freaking show on PBS. They was rerunning the hell out of that. It was giving the honeymooners because I saw like every episode and I felt like it was a new episode every time. Wow. Give Me Shelter said it's hard to get on the school board in certain areas, but you are right about Florida. Absolutely. I won't say it's coming because then y'all be looking for it. I'm still in the beginning stages. Sierra said, would you beef with Candy if she kept your felon husband stolen goods in her home and they tell you no, because she's a good friend to have? I would be like, Candy, girl, that wasn't right. Now, why would you and Todd do such a thing? I ain't fighting with her. Me and Candy are never fighting. Absolutely not. You know what? One thing, I'll be honest with you. Me and Kenya, I will go toe to toe with her. Why? Because it's good TV. I will be ghost producing like hell. She's good TV, word for word, bar for bar, and then we'll have a whole makeup scene at the reunion, and then we'll all go in together as a full-on clique and start owning them hoes. I would absolutely do that. But you gotta beef with Kenya. Come on. That's all they got. Can't nobody bake like them white evangelicals. I don't know what Satan taught them about baking, but they got it. Unapologetically about you funny, me and Candy. I ain't never fighting that woman. Absolutely not. Fareed said it seems like everybody is dragging the Real Housewives of production, and I'm living for it because they deserve it. Listen, it takes everything out of me not to get their butter cookies. Everything out of me. The way I be fighting, them demons can bake. OMG. Oh, there were 65 episodes? Baby, I was seated for them. Seated for them. Zoobly Zoo, Sesame Street, Fraggle Rock. It was one more. It was one more puppet show. Dark Crystal. Why the hell were we watching Dark Crystal? Child. Don't do it. Don't do it, because you will have one of their biscuits, you will have one of their cookies, and then you got to sit through their racist Bible studies. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do not do it, guys. We've been here an hour. This is why they can't stand me. It's y'all. Y'all be asking me these questions and sending me on a tangent. I'm telling y'all, September 1st through December 31st, we are not talking race on this channel. Hold me to it, Simply Simone. Hold me to it. No, we cannot. Like, that's fall content. That's Christmas content. We are having a jolly good time. It is a festive break, y'all. It is a festive break. We'll be back at it. We'll be back at the war. We'll be on the front lines of the war January 1st. But we can't do this. We can't do this. Teresa said, go to the Greek church, Nikki. The old lady said, you know what? You know what? There's a Greek church up the street from me. And it's so nice. I just never went because I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. Once I get around Black people, I don't feel like being the only one in the room. I just don't feel. Gullah Island, yes! OMG. Well, I'm a bit of a dinosaur. Are you a millennial? If you Gen Z, you ain't never heard of them shows. Google Zoobly Zoo or YouTube Zoobly Zoo. The best thing ever. Jim, truly outrageous. Jim, I used to dress like her. Let me stop lying. I still dress like Jim. I still dress like her. I'm trying to get snatched. It's absolutely delicious. Every time I see them in Walmart, I get like 6 boxes. Do it. It's delicious. It's delicious. Yeah. Simply Simone, it's up to you. You got to hold me to it. You got to hold me to it. Momi said, Nikki, have you seen that Candy has been having some Black YouTubers on Speak On in her new series, Speak Easy? Saw Bondi Blue, Jamie That's Me, etc. Candy looks out for folks she likes. Yeah, she's a good friend to have. I told you. I didn't know that Bondi was on there, but I saw Jamie That's Me, and I love that. I love that. See, this is why she's smart. She is smart. Instead of competing with YouTubers who review these shows, she's inviting them into her community and, probably working with them and probably going to get a good coin off of them. She's smart. She's smart. She's smart. I go to, my church is starting to get diverse, and I will be honest with you, it's making me a bit nervous. But, I'm a living room church person, so I'm like, I don't really have to see it. Zoobly Zoo was before your time. Oh, you must be a baby one. You must be a baby one. Momi said, and there's nothing wrong with that. Enjoy it. Get your retinol. Momi said, it's okay. These are good conversations. The only thing that stood out on Rhony to me was Bryn's thirsty after men at the anniversary party and Uba taking Aaron to Jacob the jeweler. You know what? I hate to talk about race. Jacob the jeweler is almost a damn billionaire because of Biggie Smalls. Did y'all know that story? Did y'all know that story? Faith Evans was at Jacob. Jacob ain't have no money. I won't say he ain't have no money, but he had a little jewelry store. He ain't had the money he had now. She went there. What Biggie was like, when he proposed her, he was like, get a ring and let's make it official. She went to Jacob the jeweler, saw a ring there, liked it, sent Biggie there. Biggie got the ring. Jacob showed him other jewelry. Biggie got the ring, told Diddy about it. Diddy went back and got jewelry from Jacob. And then all of a sudden, all the rappers started going to Jacob the jeweler. That's why he is who he is today. Black people. We act like we don't know who we are. Ciao. Then it went viral. She's a good friend to have. Let's get into the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Oh my God. Oh my God. This live is going to be 3 hours. At this point, Dr. Jackie has literally helped give birth to all of Atlanta. All of Atlanta. Like every time I see a successful Black woman who's about to have a child or pregnant, Dr. Jackie is there. Like, hey, how you doing? My God, today. Are there any other like Black birthing doctors? It just seems like Dr. Jackie is the only one. But Sanya, I went to Dr. Jackie in this episode to, get the ultrasound and, find out if she's pregnant or not. And she's 5 weeks. She's 5 weeks. We do see in the trailer that, and one of you guys also told me that, we do see in the trailer that she miscarried and that the baby that she is pregnant with at the reunion is actually a rainbow baby. And I got that information from the Star family. The Star family has it. The Star family has it. So we're probably going to talk about that on the last episode, which is actually going to be the full season. Here's why I said that the last episode is going to be the full season. Everything that this show has been teasing us about is going to be in that last episode, the season finale. What the hell are they doing over there in production? What are y'all doing? Anyway, I saw on Twitter that a lot of people were dragging Kandi for filming the movie in her home, right? Now, listen, I'm a very sometimey person, so I will never have that many people in my home. I think the most I ever have in my home is 4 people, and that's because they're my family. Ciao. I don't do all that. I don't let people bring their misery and demons into my home. Taking off your shoes is not enough. Take off your shoes and leave that demon that you walk with outside of my door. I don't play that mess. But Kandi is a different person. She's fine with letting everybody in her home. I also think that it's a very smart idea, right? Because she doesn't have to pay a location fee. She doesn't have to pay taxes. And she gets an incentive from Atlanta for actually filming on location there. Smart woman. Tax write-off and incentives from the city of Atlanta. Smart. And from the state of Georgia. Smart woman. She's a businesswoman. I feel like people underestimate her and what she does as a businesswoman. One, because she's Black, and because she has a country accent, and because of the ignorance that we all, if somebody has a country accent, that means that they slow and they dumb. That woman is very smart and very coined up. Very coined up. She's a good friend to have. I will never be for her if I was on that show. Monyetta is falling flat for me. Monyetta is falling flat for me because here is why. She shows Kandi and Drew the clip of Courtney allegedly calling Drew a B when she literally points to Sanya and talks about Sanya mixing up her words. And even Kandi goes, "Oh, I think she was talking to Sanya." And Monyetta was like, "What? What you talking? Oh my God, no. She was talking about you, Drew. Drew, you saw the video. You know that she was talking to Sanya. Why are y'all trying to listen? Courtney fell a little flat for me, but I'm glad that she's starting to, come into her own. But y'all really try to make this into something, and we have one more episode to go. Womp womp. Womp womp. Monyetta, I'm sorry. I don't never want to see a check taken out of a woman's hands, especially a Black woman. Ma'am, you got to sit a season out. You got to bring more. I don't know what you have brought to the show at this point. And this is why I'm so upset. Because girl, I was fighting for you. I was like, yeah, Monyetta, she was on Hollywood Access. She gonna bring it. You came to this show and I don't know what you're doing. All I see is you and your Caucasian husband being very sexual at every event. What is going on? Like every time there's some like social event, Monyetta and her husband is like giving sensual massages in a corner somewhere. What are y'all doing? What is happening? And girl, does he work? Anyway, what happened to that wealthy white man that owned that basketball team? What happened with that? The one that was flying out you and your girlfriends for vacations all over the world? Child, what happened? What happened, Moyetta? But you're falling flat for me. You are falling flat for me. I can't believe that the Real Housewives of Orange County is getting more views in this show. We're in the upside down. We are in the upside down. Nene was right. Oh, thank you, So Seth, for sending me this picture because we have to talk about it. This is from Kenya. Kenya says, this is from, I was trying to cut them off. I got them blocked too. They're not as bad, the ybf.com. They're not as bad, but I just block all black media sites. Kenya said, I think it was edited out, Real Housewives of Atlanta, despite having the entire cast there, except one, and Miss Cynthia Bailey and Claudia Jordan, and it was being my main storyline. Truth be told, posted, I'm ready to see Kenya Moore's hair spa next week, and that was Kenya's response, that was edited out. How in the hell does a main cast member have a spa opening and we don't cover that? What are y'all doing over there? Y'all gotta be doing crack. Y'all are doing crack. What is happening with this show? Everybody got to be fired. Andy, fire them people as quickly as you fired the Real Housewives of New York, because y'all done got these young girls with no story and no money, and now they're not giving us nothing. They gave me something. One episode, I ain't seen nothing since. Bring back my girls. How dare you? I'm like, can you open the spa? What? What the hell is going on over there? I'm telling you, the ops is running that show. Whoever is running that show hates them women. They don't like y'all. I don't know if Kenya or Candy bullied them people back in the day when they was kids or something like that, and they probably didn't change their face and their name and came back as a producer of this show and was just like, I'm going to ruin you the way you ruined me in the 6th grade. That's probably what's happening, because this is very weird behavior. This is very weird behavior. Milestones is happening on this show, and we are not getting any of it. But we get this dry Portugal trip with Monietta and the natural hair mullet. What? Ridiculous. Thank you, So Steph. Sheree has no storyline, but I think that the grandma stuff was fun. It was cute. Like, who's not going to be extra with the first grandbaby? Every grandmom is. I thought it was cute. And I'm surprised that she's calling herself a grandma, knowing that that's what Nene calls herself. Her impact. They don't like her, but she's powerful. Drew, what are you being paid to do Candy's movie? And Candy, I'm not trying to, hey, bestie, I'm not trying to get into nothing, but Drew, what are you getting paid? Because you were really going to town in that sex scene. And I'm just like, if this ends up on Tubi, I would be pissed off. Because you are acting. You are giving it. You gave it so good. Todd was like, oh, she's acting. What did you think when you hired an actress? What did you think was going to happen? You hired a whole actress. Drew, what is the production of this budget? Like, who's your agent? How did you get this? How did you get used? Drew, say what y'all want about Drew. She got a good resume. Drew been acting in sitcoms and TV shows since she was a teenager. So I'm like, Mama, what's happening here? Did you get a nice coin for that? I hope so. I know you guys don't believe this relationship. I don't care. I like Marlo and Scott Lee. I think they're cute. I feel like when Marlo is occupied with a man, she spends less time harassing Candy. And when she spends less time harassing Candy, we can have fun on the show. Because I don't know what happened with Marlo and Candy back in the day, but something is there. Marlo has a bitterness against Candy. I don't care how cool they become. She will always find a way to say or do something extremely nasty to Candy. I don't know what it is, but thank God that Scott Lee is occupying her time. I hate watching the scenes with Ralph and Drew because you can see that these two are phoning it in, and you can see that the end is coming. It's so sad. It's so sad. The Real Housewives of Atlanta, stop trying to make Anthony a thing. He's messy, and I don't like, I just didn't like the way he talked about Drew. I don't know. He stopped making him a thing. Stop bringing him on. He couldn't wait to get on camera to say some mess, and I'm like, let's stop. He's messy. We don't need that. Let's just move on. Please stop making him a thing. Kenya and Martell was able to, have a heart to heart, and they made up. Here's the thing, Kenya. You say this a lot, right? Whenever you come for a man and he matches your energy, you'll be like, oh, well, I didn't feel comfortable because I didn't have a man there to defend me. Then why did you start popping off at that man? Women, you have to stop doing that, thinking these men are raised right. Like, what? Haven't you seen enough in the world to know that they have not been? Like, stop popping off at these men, thinking that if you jump in their face, they're not going to jump back. And then go, oh my God, I can't believe you're doing that as a man. I didn't have a man there with me. Why did you jump in my face like that? And that man is going to say, well, you jumped in my face, so let's go, right? Stop doing that. You do that all the time, and then you fall back into this woman thing and be like, oh my goodness, I didn't have a man there. And then the show embarrasses you and shows you a clip where you're going after this man saying these nasty things. People have to pull you back physically, because if they let you go physically, what were you going to do? Stop going toe-to-toe with these men and then getting scared. If you're going to go toe-to-toe with them men, you better bring your mace. You better bring your mace and spray them before they get to you. Girl, I pop off on men behind the screen. You think I'm cussing out a man in person? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Especially as a dark-skinned woman, they can't wait to beat on me. Before we even go there, the Mecca was beautiful. Sheree's granddaughter was beautiful. She was exhausted. I don't know how long they had that baby up, but she didn't feel like the reveal. So Bob was there. Bob with the medium locks. Can I say something? Because I was like, okay. I could probably see what Sheree was seeing back in the day. Anyway, throw your tomatoes as you must. But so Sheree and her kids, and her son, his baby mom, because I don't think they're married, and Bob was there. Bob was there with a woman. And this is the thing. The ladies was like, is that Bob's new girl? I'm sorry. You think that thick, dark-skinned black woman with faux locks was with shallow Bob? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I knew immediately that was his child. Not because she looked like him, because she was a thick, dark-skinned woman with her ancestors' features with faux locks. Ain't no way a man like Bob is going to be with a woman like that. Let's be real here. Let's be real here. Them shallow brothers ain't trying to get with nothing black and beautiful. Absolutely not. You should have known that. You should have known that. Anyway, so everybody's asking about her because all of a sudden she pops up in the pictures. So the ladies talk to Sheree and they're just like, who is that Bob's girlfriend? And she's like, oh, I don't know. I didn't even see her in the pictures. So Sheree goes over to Bob and she was like, who is that? He's like, oh, that's my daughter. Sheree was like, oh, who? He was like, yeah, that's my daughter. Yeah, she the youngest. She in between the oldest and the middle. And Sheree was like, in her confessional, she was like, oh, I only know about the two kids that he had. I didn't know about that one. But you know what? We're not together anymore. This girl was up in the pictures, and Sheree did not know that that was her ex-husband's child, her children's sibling. I will say, Bob said something, and I was like, catch it. A kid who was just like, so you had another child the whole time? It's like, did you tell Sheree? He was like, she know we on a need-to-know basis. That was very loud. That was very loud. But how messed up? How messed up? Because obviously that girl is old enough to have been around the time that they were together. And she's been brought around her siblings because none of the kids batted an eye. None of the kids was like, who is that? They all sitting there cheesing with their sister who they've been around, who their mother has never met. Even with them medium faux locks, Bob, that was not a good thing to do. I ain't like it. I ain't like it, Bob. I did not like it. Now, let me just end here. The ending of this episode was absolutely what I wanted the Real Housewives of Atlanta to be. It's also what they used to be. And we can say, oh, it's a different cast or whatever. I don't think it's that. This show has always been Black joy. It's always been a light-hearted, fun show. Whatever season that was where Phaedra and Candy their friendship just broke apart, that's when the show got dark and it just never recovered. But this was always the fun show. If you wanted drama, you watched The Real Housewives of New Jersey. If you wanted elderly sluttiness, you watched The Real Housewives of New York. If you wanted to watch chaotic Karens, you watched The Real Housewives of Orange County. If you wanted to watch elderly dope fiends with money, you watched The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. But if you just wanted to laugh, have a good time, watch some fun shade and have a watch party and talk to your family and friends about a show, it was always The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And this last episode where all of the ladies cornered Bob and they was asking him all those questions like, how old is she? When did y'all meet? Does Sheree know? It was just such a funny scene because Candy was like, now, wait a minute. How old is she? And they were just all asking him these questions and Bob was trying to dodge the answers or whatever. It was just such a funny scene. And I was just like, this is where y'all need to stay. Y'all don't understand that this is what your audience wants. This is how it works for you. Y'all have cultivated from that season where Candy and Phaedra fell apart. They have cultivated a dark fan base that now comes over here just for the negativity. It's the same thing that happened with the Real Housewives of Potomac. When Monique bopped Candace in the head, that fan base changed. And it's just become such a negative and toxic place. Before, it was a bit more fun over there. It's not fun anymore. It's so dark now. They're falling into the same dark pit that the Real Housewives of Atlanta fell in. And it's just like the Black girl shows need to know that that is not what the audience wants when they see you. You are the good time girls. You are the fun coworkers. You are not supposed to be giving us all this drama and stress. Wake it up. They need another production. They need another production team. It's not working. Let's talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. You know what? What we're going to do? I'm going to talk about the Real Housewives of New York real quick because I don't have a lot of notes. And then we'll just chat. We'll end the chat talking about all the shows together. Let's get into the Real Housewives of New York. Baby, I forgot to talk about this. So remember last episode? When last review, we were talking about how this show is just really weird right now. And it's filmed very weird because there is a cast member that was filming the first few episodes, but she's no longer on the show. So the show is filming around her. It is Lizzie Savetsky, I believe. That's how you pronounce her name. So she left the show, right? And when she left the show, this is what was released about her leaving. It says Lizzie Savetsky is no longer on the Real Housewives of New York. The Jewish Zionist influencer, and this is from The Forward, a Jewish independent nonprofit magazine. The Jewish Zionist influencer, and the reason why I got this magazine was because this is the one she released a statement to. The Jewish Zionist influencer left the reality TV show less than a month after joining the reboot of the Real Housewives of New York. And the season hasn't even begun. She is an influencer and socialite, and she has stepped down from the show less than a month after she was announced as a new cast member. Lizzie stated that as a proud Orthodox Jewish woman, I thought participating in the series would be a great chance to represent people like me. Unfortunately, the time of my announcement in the cast, I was on the receiving end of a torrent of anti-Semitic attacks. As this continued, I realized that this path was no longer right for me and my family. Now, that's what she posted on her Instagram, and this is also what she posted to the Jewish Forward, right? And remember, when y'all were talking to me about it, I was just like, yeah, she left because of the anti-Semitic attacks that she was receiving. Y'all was like, Nikki, look deeper. So I did, and I had to go to a source that I hate, but my God, today, did they have the tea? So this source is credible, but I hate them demons, so I'm not going to get a name. They say this: Lizzie Savetsky actually left the Real Housewives of New York after behind the scenes controversy. So, let me scroll down. They said, well, after Savetsky released her statement about the anti-Semitic attacks that she was receiving, we heard that there was more to the story. Production insiders downplayed other drama beyond online bullying. Now it turns out that in fact things went off the rails big time a few weeks ago while Savetsky was filming a scene with co-star Bryn Whitfield, and it got worse from there. We're told Whitfield asked Orthodox Jewish Savetsky, who has a reputation as a matchmaker, if she set her up with a Jewish man. But Savetsky said that while she has no problem with Jewish people dating Gentiles, she prefers only to set up Jewish people with other Jewish people, sources said. I don't think that's a big deal, right? Y'all know I used to work for a bunch of rabbis as an introduction to Judaism registrar. That's like well known within the Jewish community. Savetsky also added that as an Orthodox Jewish woman, she favors marriage between Jewish people to preserve the ethnic lineage. We're told that she explained that Judaism is not just a belief system, but also a people. Sources say that Whitfield felt affronted and said something to the effect that Savetsky's terminology sounds like that used by horrific people, meaning Nazis who did evil things to your people. Bryn, wow. And which shocked Savetsky. According to multiple insiders, attention calls by the scene led to an off-camera phone call between Savetsky and Whitfield, during which they discussed the power of racial slurs. We're told that Whitfield, who is half Black, used the N-word during the call, but rather than using the term N-word, she said the word it represents in full. We're told that Savetsky got the impression that Whitfield planned to tell other cast members that Savetsky had also used the N-word during the call. Sources say that Savetsky's husband, Dr. Ira Savetsky, was outraged and reported the alleged incidents to the show's producers. But we're told that when he recounted the call, Ira also said the actual word rather than saying the N-word. We hear that he later apologized, but the damage was done. And we're told that when conversations began about, we were told that when conversations began about the pair exiting the show, insiders were keen to point out that Savetsky really did also experience an overwhelming volume of anti-Semitism online, and that the N-word incident alone was not the sole reason for her leaving the show. Before the last season of, oh no, they're going into another show. Anyway, so that is supposed to be the tea on why Homegirl left. And to that I say, y'all should have just showed the whole thing. Y'all should have just showed us that and let public opinion do what it was going to do, because that's like real. That's real. If you're going to have an Orthodox Jewish woman in a group of women where one is a biracial woman who is literally saying that she is looking for a Jewish husband, right? That's a real conversation that's going to happen. They should have kept that in. They should have kept that in and just showed Savetsky leaving the show. That would have been good TV. Can you imagine the ratings? Can you imagine the ratings from that phone call alone? And a husband feeling comfortable saying the N-word? Child, y'all should have left that in. Y'all left in that below deck sexual assault. Y'all couldn't leave in this drama right here. Oh, that would have been good TV. That would have been good TV. But that's because it's not just good TV. It's that stuff happens. That's a real conversation, and it would have been very smart to see the cast navigate something like that. But instead, y'all gave us this because it's starting to get a little dry for me. is starting to get a little boring. It's not giving Jessel. I'm sick of this persona that you're playing. Here's why I think that Jessel is putting on an identity, because her husband never interacts with it. He gets so annoyed by this persona that she's putting on, and I think she's doing it for the TV show. And he never interacts with it. He never features this new Jessel, because when Jessel was sitting down with her husband and they were talking about where they're going to send their kids to school, she's just like, "Oh my goodness, there's a school here, and it's in the Mediterranean, and the kids could speak Mandarin, and the kids could just rub elbows with wealthy Caucasians." And her husband is like, "For $62,000 a year? Absolutely not. That's not what we're doing. Absolutely. We'll send them to public school down the street." And Jessica was just like, "Oh my goodness, how could you do that, honey? That's not right. We want our kids to have the best. We have to compete with all of the kids here in New York City." And the husband is just like, "What are you talking about?" Right? I do not see that man falling for the Jessel that we see on this TV show. I do not see them being roommates. I do not see them being able to live together for so long with Jessel being the way she is. That's why I do not think that who Jessel is presenting on this show is who she really is, because her husband and her own mother do not feature this person. I don't believe it. I think this is the character that she is putting on, because this is what she thinks the Real Housewives of New York should look like and act like. And it's just not giving. Jenna, I do not have an outfit of that. Hold on, let me get their pictures. This is who I was just talking about. I forget that not everybody watches this show. So this is who I was talking about. Jessel. I feel like she's putting on a performance. This is Bryn. She was the one that was in a fight with the Savetsky girl, the Orthodox Jewish girl who left the show. They should have kept that in. That would have been good. Where the hell is Jenna's picture? Did I delete that? Child. So anyway, Jenna Lyons. I think I deleted her picture. Why did I do that? I got to do better. I knew something was up, because Jenna came to Aaron's, her husband was doing this wedding anniversary vow renewal mess or whatever. So Jenna came to Aaron's vow renewal or anniversary or whatever with her stomach out, back out, titties posted up to her chest, posted up to her neck. I was like, "Jenna, where you going?" Everybody was like, "Who is this?" Because remember, Jenna was like, "Oh, I don't like to dress feminine. I don't like to wear a dress. I don't like to show my body." Girl, where was you going? What Freaknik event was you going to, right? So she gets there and everybody's, they're talking, they're looking at how great she looks, and everybody's just talking or whatever. And all of a sudden the conversation came up. "Oh, would you I think have sex with a guy or date a guy or whatever?" She's like, "Yeah, why not?" And I was like, hold on. And so that's the rest of the cast did that too. They said, "Well, what happened to your girlfriend?" She was like, "Oh, we broke up. She broke her heart. It's not, don't worry about it. I'm good. We move forward." I don't know what that stem did to Jenna, because I know it was a stem that broke her heart. It was absolutely a stem that got her messed up. I synced it on her. I said, "You booed up with a stem." Anyway, I don't know what that heifer did to her, but Jenna said, "You know what? I'm going to give them demonic men another chance." Because Jenna was just all about the ladies, remember? It was like, I'm not, been there, done that. I am a lesbian. I'm not dealing with these guys anymore. Sex is so much greater with a woman. Like, all of this stuff. That was her past life. She not doing with that. All of a sudden, you got the girls up to your neck, and now you looking for a peen. What's happening? What's happening, child? What did that stem do to you, girl? What got Jenna out in the streets wilding out? When she walked into that wedding, I was like, that vow renewal, I was like, "Where you going? Where?" Because you normally wear Birkenstocks and blazers. Where are you going, child? Jenna said, "I came here to see a man about a horse." I know that's right. Bryn, I get that it's your stick. Where's she at? This is Bryn. I get that it's your thing to be like, "Oh, I'm the younger single girl and I'm always looking for love." Like, that's the character that you play on this show, right? I felt like it was highly inappropriate for you to be talking to Aaron's husband the way that you were talking. That's why Aaron is going to try to check you next episode, because listen, I'm not uptight like that, but if you was doing that to my husband, you would have to see me. I don't play that joking stuff. Now when you divorce her, you can get with me. I don't play that. No, not with my king. Not with my king. Absolutely not. I don't play them games. So when Aaron comes for you next episode, it's warranted. It's warranted. You deserve that one. You deserve that one. Aaron's sister wanted some camera time. Aaron's sister wanted some camera time because this reception is going on forever. They got about 30 something speakers. Everybody is hungry because Aaron don't eat or feed people. So everybody is hungry. Everybody is drunk because they got drunk real quick because there ain't no food there. So people is drinking and starving. They don't feel like listening to these 60 people talk about how great y'all love is, especially at y'all big ages. Nobody feels like that. And the hall is big. It's not soundproof, so you can hear every person talking. You can hear every glass clamoring. You can hear every drink being poured because it's just the sound is just not great, right? So Aaron's sister looks over, everybody else is talking and walks over to the ladies and it's just like, oh, could you keep it down? You guys are being really rude and talking while, they're saying their vows to each other. And I was just like, oh, they better than me. I would have cussed that girl out real quick and left and got something to eat like Sai. Because, excuse me, you just want some camera time because Brim was like, everybody else is talking too. So you got to say that to everybody, not just us. She just wanted some camera time because all of a sudden, Aaron's mama, who also wanted some camera time, came over to the girls and started talking. And they were like, oh, we can't talk to you. Your daughter said we can't speak. And so then Aaron's sister going to remove her mom and be like, you guys are being rude. So mom, come over here and don't say anything. No, you want a camera time because there was no reason to say anything to them about talking when everybody else was speaking. Those people were drunk and hungry. You want them to shut up, give them a biscuit so they can have something to put in their mouth. Those people were starving. Aaron, why don't you feed your guests? This is so weird. I would have did what Sai did as well. Left and went to Nobu. But Sai, I was raised right. I would have said bye to Aaron. I would have been like, girl, I'm getting hangry. I have to eat something. This is really beautiful. Thank you for inviting me, and left. You just gonna come to that girl's anniversary party and just walk out? Oh no, you gotta say goodbye to the guests. Y'all don't do that no more. You gotta say goodbye to the guests. What else happened? Oh, one of the guests' weave caught on fire, but that's it. So now we can talk about both shows. I'm going to get older comments about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and then we're going to close out with the Real Housewives of New York City. My God, today I absolutely have to put timestamps in this. Oh, I see the tomatoes. I'm just saying, I see what Sheree saw back in the day, I see what she saw back in the day. That's all. That's all. That's all I was saying. That's all I was saying, y'all. Unapologetically, my hair, because it's hot, and so my freaking turban is lifting. Unapologetically, Romel said, I'm not going to lie. I've never been a fan of Candy, but I watch her YouTube, depending on the guest. But Jamie was my favorite episode. I have to watch that. Because Scotty was sharing about that, and I just saw that. Jimma says, people were just dragging Candy for her behavior on SWV and the Escape Show. I was one of those people, but I think that she was doing it for storyline. Listen, you're going to give us a show, give us a show. Love Like You Are said, every time I heard Faith Evans' name, I remember when she said that she was eating. Whew. Wow. Mademoiselle H said, did you check how Aaron asked how him and Uba met? It had a racist feel because it probably was. Then when she heard they met in Monaco at Prince Albert's event, she was shut down. Yeah, because Uba is that girl. I don't know why we don't see anything about her. She's that girl, but we get nothing from like her storyline, and it's crazy. Jimma says, Candy is doing what Monique Samuel did, influence the YouTubers to support her and attack her enemies. You think so? I feel like Candy already had a huge fan base going into this show. I remember when people were saying that Candy was above the show. Why would she do the show? I remember that. Fareed said, yeah, no storylines, fake drama, no one-liners, no shade, no fun, no mess. Yeah, it's just not given. Momi said, back in the 90s and 2000s, a lot of those brands got bigger because of Black people. Absolutely. What's another one? Tommy Hilfiger. But I will say something about Tommy. He ain't never leave them Blacks alone. He know his bread was buttered. Jay-Z got his feelings hurt when some of those brands said that they weren't for Black people. Oh yeah, I remember that. IA said, I almost want Bravo to give people what they want. Get rid of Kenya and Candy and focus the show on Marlo and Sheree. The people will soon see they're too broke and delusional to carry a show. I feel like if you get rid of Kenya and Candy, then you got to get rid of the whole cast. No shade, but who was tuning in for Sheree and Marlo? You got to get rid of everybody then. Candace said, OMG, I'm super late. I didn't get the notification. Oh, I'm sorry. But I feel like you're right on time. We've talked for a very long time about stuff that had nothing to do with this show. Unapologetically, Romel said, preach, Nikki, I ain't with you. I ain't letting everyone in my house, but I don't care if she filmed a movie in her house. Yeah, I didn't think it was a big deal. I think that it was a smart financial move. I gotta turn this light off or close them blinds because these animals getting close. Jimmy says, can Candy and Kenya carry the show either? I feel like the entire cast has zero chemistry. I feel like they could. Where's my napkin? My face is like... Ooh, having an oily T-zone is not for the weak. It's not for the weak. Mademoiselle said, Candy and Todd are trashy. Then for Bravo to show that sex scene was awful. No one wants to hear or see that crap. It showed Black people as trashy. You know what? I didn't get that at all. I was just like, as an actress, I was just like, y'all are doing a lot for, I hope, a lot of coin. I hope a lot of coin, especially that actress that was in between Drew's legs and them panties with her butt out. Girl, how much were they paying you? Momi said, Candy said that she uses her properties all the time for her productions because it saves her money. Yep, very smart. She works smart. She's not trying to waste money if she doesn't have to. I get it. Can go. There was also some Creole girl that was always with the group. She just never spoke. Who is she? The one with the nose ring. Who is she? Let me bring this up close. I feel like I'm so far away. Oh, I gotta get my background. I do not like how I look on camera. I'm stunning, right? And I'm cute here, but I'm stunning. And I don't feel like I'm stunning right now. Fareed said, Eric is not suited for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I think people got hyped because of the reasonably shady brunch. Instead, bring those editors here, but girl, bye. Stay over there with Giselle and Neck and Robbins. Oh, I guess that's a producer for Potomac that came over here. Child, y'all getting him together. Jimmy says, fans of Atlanta have been attacking production for years, but it's been different producers. I feel like this season is, painfully awful. I have to go to Whole Foods. Child, let me get out of here. Sierra said, Moneta must go and Candy and Kenya's friends selection privileges should be revoked. That I agree with. Fareed said, Moneta or Yarnetta, it's very awkward trying to be the bone collector. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. She was so good on Hollywood Exes. I don't know what's happening. I cannot believe she tried to twist that video. It was so clear. It was so clear what was happening there. What are you doing? It's not landing. Try something else. Eva said, Moneta's husband must work in tech like Ralph and Marla. Probably. Hey, Will. Will said, someone tell her Showtime synergy. Moneta says that 5 times. Oh, God. Give Me Shelter said, all these shows need new producers except for The Real Housewives of Miami. Oh, The Real Housewives of Miami is eating. I hate the fact that nobody is really taking that show in on Bravo. I'm like, you guys do not get it. That's a good show. Fly John 86 said, not her building it, buying the space, nothing. I couldn't believe it, but they pushing Marlo. I couldn't believe it either. When So Steph sent that to me, I was like, are you kidding me? She has a spa and it was filmed and we didn't see it? What the hell y'all doing over there? Crack. Miss T said Candy didn't want to film in her bed. That was too much. I get it. I wouldn't either. Sierra said, Courtney said Kenya mistreats production. I absolutely believe that. I absolutely believe that. But I think that production is toxic like Basketball Wives. Remember that clip was released of how that producer was speaking to the women, screaming at them, calling them all kinds of names? I think that's the environment of the set of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I think there's a lot of yelling, there's a lot of cursing, there's a lot of insults, and there's a lot of mistreatment because you can see it on the show. JMT said production's doing too much booger sugar because they've really been dropping the ball. Like, I feel like Bravo need to investigate. Y'all need to find out where that money is going, check them budgets, find out who is being paid what, because something ain't right over there. Something ain't right over here. Y'all get far too much money for that budget for that show to look like that. Run them books, Andy. Miss T said Sheree had money for that party. I feel like that was paid for by the show. Thank you so much, Carmen, for the cash app. You heard it. Thank you. Fareed said these new producers can't do ish. Plenty of people give Carlos a bad rap, but at least the show was good when he was on. Gotta be honest there. And Sheree had no idea. He had another child when he was with her and brushed it off. But she still decides to like entertain that man, you know, after he just never treated her great for the sake of her kids. Please. F you. Porshekla said, we listened to Courtney. We've never heard the rest of the cast say that. I was just about that video. It was so clear what it was. I just could not believe that Monietta was trying to make it into something. Sierra said, yeah, Drew was everything as Eddie's girlfriend on That's So Raven. Yeah, she got a good resume. She has a really good resume. Jimmy said Carlos King and the allegations under his producing watch were what started this whole mess. You can't watch any of his shows on OWN without feeling the ick. Now, was that confirmed? I wasn't sure if it was confirmed, so I didn't want to run with it. Shanti said, am I the only one that believes Drew? Fareed said that Bob story was a mess. Sure was. Sure was. Sierra said, yeah, Anthony is everything that's wrong with my fellow Black gay brother. Sorry. He's just messy. Just messy. Like that comment about Drew's body. Why? Why y'all hanging with him? Like, what does he do? It was weird. Jimmy said, King is always the victim. It's exhausting. You can't be popping off in these men, like, these uncouth men's faces and just be like, oh, well, you should respect me like a woman. You want Martell to respect you? He don't even respect his wife. He didn't respect her from day one. He embarrassed that woman on national TV every freaking episode. How were you expecting him to treat you any different? Child. So Steph said Kenya is a perpetual victim and Martell is super feminine, so he's not going to just walk away. He got beef for women big time. I don't watch the show. Is his relationship with his mother good? Spency said, cussing men out in person is dangerous. Child, even online, them demons will find you. I finally made it to the tomatoes. I'm just saying, I saw something. You know what I mean? If you squint, you could, you know, y'all don't got to see, y'all, we don't have to agree. We don't have to agree. We don't have to agree. You know, I saw, if you squint, you could see a little something. You could see a little something. I mean, you know, back in the day, she played it very cool. So I was like, did you know, or were you just acting shocked for the camera? Because, you know, Sheree be lying. So Seth said, my son's father popped up in a custody hearing with a 13-year-old claiming that was his son and had been around my 2-year-old, and the baby mama testified against me. I didn't know that lady. Crazy. The way they can lie is actually very scary. Very scary. That's what the show was about. It's a joyful and fun show. They still haven't gotten it back. I'm going to drag you. I'm going to kill you. Like, what are y'all doing? Can we get back to the fun shade? Teresa said, one of the siblings probably told her to wear fuchsia. Bob paid those kids to keep quiet. It happens. Yeah, I'm telling you, there's no way that them daughters especially would have let just some random woman get in the family's pictures. That's their little sis. So they let it rock. They let it rock. Remember when we used to have watch parties? Only for Atlanta. Nobody's doing a watch party for Orange County. Get out of here. Did I lie? Did I lie? They all on opium. All of them. Yes, Teresa. Messy cookout behavior. Absolutely. Carmen said, you are so right about that scene. The only thing missing was a smart, shady clip from Mimi. Yes. It was such a fun scene. I was cackling and I had to catch myself. I was like, oh my God, I haven't done this in such a long time watching this show. Candy had me on the floor. So, how old is she? Wait a minute. What? Oh, they was putting everything together and Bob was like, oh, I'm out. I'm out. Fareed said, and where are the one-liners? The only last ones I remember was I'm worldwide. Give us the memorable, the girls used to eat in confessionals. Absolutely. Shanti said, how could they keep a secret that big from their mom? I'm telling my mom, LOL. Yeah, I would tell my mom. Which is why I'm like, something is off, Sheree. I feel like you knew, but you were acting like that for the camera. Something is off. Something is off. Yeah, I feel like there's some truth in this story somewhere. And I feel like we're not getting a full story, but I definitely think the N-word was the thing that got them out of there. Fareed said, I think the reboot is fine. It's not dark for a change, but they are not giving a strong cast yet. Yeah, that's what it is. I think they started off strong and then it just died down. It just died down. Jimmy said, Bryn says she wanted to be set up with a Jewish man and fired racist Lizzie said no. See, this is the thing. I would not think to ask an Orthodox Jewish woman as a shishka and ask her to set me up with somebody in her tribe. Do you not know nothing about especially the Orthodox Jewish community? They don't play. Now, a reformed Jewish person might be like, oh yeah, I'll hook you up with Onan. I was thinking of a Jewish name. I only know last names. I'll hook you up with David. I'll hook you up with Jeremiah. You know what I mean? But you got to ask a reformed Jewish person. You can ask an Orthodox Jew. Girl, read the room, Bryn. Read the room. Absolutely not. I would not expect an Orthodox Jewish woman to set me up with a Jewish guy. Being Black and Christian, girl. She probably said, first of all, Keturah, get out of here. We don't do that over here. You know what, Blue Jay? I do not know, and I feel like I don't want to know. I tried to do some research, and I was like, you know what? This is not my business. It is not Black American business, so I'm going to stay out of it. I have no idea. And I'm going to mind my business. I can see that. Are they? Oh, she's Jewish. Yeah, I was okay. I was like, oh, yeah. Fareed said, of course, Aaron is her friend. That Aaron is giving racist vibes that I ain't forget about that Trump tea. Remember when we talked about her Black nanny was exposing her and her husband up and down Facebook? Not only were they racist, they were cheap as hell and did not want to pay her. She had to go into therapy after working for them. I'm like, are we going to hear about her on season 2? Because my God, today, I was up and down her TikTok. It was juicy. The receipt she was dropping. I just felt like they should have just filmed it. You filmed Ramona saying that the Jewish community at her college boycotted her. I was like, what the hell did you do to get boycotted? You alone. What the hell did you do as a single person due to get boycotted by the Jewish community at your college. Oh, you must have been saying all kinds of slurs and holding up all kinds of swastikas. Sippy Simone says she got into it with the mixed girl. Oh boy. Whoo. Candace says, I mean, it sounds like she wants to keep the race pure. Well, she told her, I don't like mixing up my ethnic line. But she's Orthodox. Like, hello. Actually, Arby said, what's wrong with Bryn wanting a Jewish Jew? Jews mix with black people if I don't want to say that because I feel like that's going down the slippery slope. Let's be careful. I don't want to associate the Jewish community with money because that's a slippery slope. Anti-Semitic slope. We're not doing it over here. I don't got the power that Jamie Foxx got. Absolutely not. But yeah, I don't. Jokes aside, I do not want to associate the Jewish community with any kind of money, because once we start going down that slope, it just gets very dangerous and nasty, and that's something that has been used against them to harm that community time after time after time after time. So we don't want to do that, actually, Aubrey. But there's nothing wrong with her wanting a Jewish guy at all. But don't ask an Orthodox Jewish woman. Maybe it's just because I used to be Introduction to Judaism registrar. So maybe it's because I just have a bit more knowledge and I'm just like, I would never do something like that. Maybe that's why. But I'm telling you right now, if you are not Jewish, religious-wise or ethnically, and you want to date a Jewish man, do not ask an Orthodox woman to set you up, because she's going to tell you no. And you're going to get your feelings hurt. You're going to get your feelings hurt. So Steph said they reported Bryn and it backfired. I think they would have got away with it had the husband not dropped the N-word. Because I absolutely believe there was a black person on that phone with them or in that conversation. You know what I mean? Some black executive that was just like, yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely. Yeah. So Steph, you're right. They don't want no more racism claims. Absolutely not. They couldn't deal with that. They was like, oh, you got to go. Because how do you feel so comfortable using that word? No, you got to go. Give Me Shelter said, I don't believe Bryn said that. This is coming out of the mouth of a woman who got fired for racism. Listen, I believe that something was said along the lines of that to make Bryn be like, why would you say that to me? What you just said to me is like saying this about your people. Because I don't think it was as worse as what Lily's husband, whatever that girl's name is, husband did, because they got fired. Not her, not Bryn. Bryn is still there. Bryn is still there. Jimmy says, I wouldn't be able to take more racism scenes on New York. I need a break. I get it. I just feel like that just really happens, especially in those kind of friends groups, especially in New York City. So let's talk about it. Give Me Shelter said, Jessel's English accent comes and goes all the time. That's why a lot of people thought she was faking. Jimmy also said, Jessel's a poser. I kind of agree. Sorry, Jessel. It's given fraud. It's given scam. That's a common personality trait, just like Alex and Simon. Oh, yes. That's a great comparison. So Steph said, and her husband is absolutely going to pay that preschool tuition. Yeah, he loves her. Sierra said, Jessel said, you can't get the best if you're cheap. She's right there. She's right at that one. Jimmy says, I'm enjoying the New York reboot. It feels light and fresh. It does. It's just starting to get a bit dry. And I'm like, y'all got to give me something else. Because I feel like these last 2 episodes were filler episodes. How the hell y'all giving me a filler episode this early in the season? Y'all do not need to give me a filler episode at all in the first season. That's some season 6 stuff you do. Not season 1 for y'all. I like Jenna. I think it's just because, I'm a fan of J. Crew. Maybe. Shanti said, Jessel's accent. Oh, where are my snacks? My stomach is growling again. Shanti said, Jessel's accent goes in and out. Did she grow up in the UK, like into adulthood, or did she happen to live there for like a few years? I don't know. I do not know. Carmen, a feminine stud. I'm so sorry. I thought everybody knew what a STEM was. Forgive me, I'm from Philly. Just a feminine stud. Anna said, Jenna is so boring. I don't care that she's the most famous. The thing about it is she has to be there because she's the most famous and she is the first person that brought a celebrity on the show. She is the first person to do that. Anna said, the real tea is Aaron and Bryn are the same age. I would not have known that. Momi said, LOL, I had a STEM too. They are something else. Had Jenna open and back up her options. Jenna said, I'm done. I'm done with them. She was. Oh, I'm sorry, Simple Sam. Thank you for being here, though. All them people. Like, how do you have all those guests and no food? She opened up with, I'm Israeli and all we do is have feasts. I believe you. But not from you. Not from you. It was so weird. It was so weird. Like, it just was not giving Anniversary. I felt like they were at a train station and, they were doing a flash mob. It was just very weird. Very weird. The venue was gorgeous, though. I would give them that. The venue was gorgeous. And she got rightfully cussed out. Rightfully cussed out. Yes, but those people were drunk and hungry. If you want to give people all that alcohol, you got to give them something to soak the liquor up. Momi said, Bryn needs to stop. Her horny court jester stick is tired. Not everyone is open to their friends flirting with their husbands. Yeah. And then she's joking about divorcing Aaron with her husband. Yeah. And when Aaron comes for her next episode, it's warranted. It's warranted. Coos Girly said, how do you have $1 million in jewelry on, but the food is pigs in a blanket? The math not mathing. The math not mathing. You know what? It would be right to think that, right? However, she said that they were roommates and she was not attracted to him. And then I think she probably turned 30. That happens to the best of us. I think she probably turned 30 and was just like, you know what? Let's see what happens here. And when he probably had more money, he was probably looking at, I just saw a little something. That's all I'm saying. Blue Jay said, well, if you do leave and announce to everyone, then you have to explain, which could be good for the show if something went down. True. But I feel like, if it's something like just a regular, hangout, I'll dip out and not say nothing and then send a text, right? Be like, hey, I couldn't find you. I didn't feel like it. But if it's like somebody's anniversary party, a baby shower, I'm going to say goodbye to the guests. A harvest party. Oh my God. I'm trying to do a harvest party, but it's going to be in LA. And I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do it. I'm figuring it out, but I really want to do a harvest party. Jaya said, Aaron doesn't need to host anymore after this. LOL, no food, no heat, no Wi-Fi, and your family is coming at me. No wonder people keep leaving early. No shade. She's a terrible host. Terrible host. Amma said, nothing worse than a party with no food. I went to a PWI and realized people do not have food anymore. Hate it. Yeah, that's pretty much a people of color thing. Feast. It's the melanin people who do that. It is the melanin people who do that. So Stuff said, Jamie was a no for me. LOL, she was acting like she just rolled out of bed. Oh, really? Oh, I have to watch it. Momi said, Aaron has something against feeding guests. LOL, folks just have to know that they must eat before coming to any of her gatherings. I didn't see Jamie's thing, but do y'all think that maybe she was just, that's a big opportunity. That's a big opportunity. She probably wasn't how you normally see her because it was probably like, nerves and stuff. That happens. That happens to the best of us. Eva said, Nikki, you trying to say Bob walk? Oh my God, I didn't even think like that. Eva said, I actually don't think it's weird for racial focused matchmakers to only do their own religion or race. It's common in every community. Absolutely. Only the Black community where everything is open. Relationship, culture, we just take We don't gatekeep nothing. Nothing. I say that I remember in one of my videos, I was just like, I think that love is love. People can be with whoever they want to be, especially Black women love who love you. But as for me in my house, I will have a do-rag in my bed. Like, that's my plan. And the way the Black swirling community cussed me out and was just like, oh, you better hope that Black man makes you feel good. I was like, I intend on it. And what's wrong with that? Only Black people are like beat up for wanting to date other Black people. So crazy. I can see that. She has such a dark, gloomy countenance, right? And that's a lot of Trump supporters. They always give off the feeling like they just crawled out from under the ninth gate of hell. Like, I'm telling you, if you are ever just, walking somewhere or like in a room and you smell sulfur, a Trumper is probably in your presence. They are all just miserable people. Miserable people. Blue Jay said maybe Uba has a split life, having fun reality TV, but keeping her action on real relationships with powerful, influential people. I think it's smart, especially if the cast tries to run wrong retaliation. True, but it's just like the don't be on the show if we can't see that side of your life. Like, I feel like she's the only one that's really moneyed up and like really has the community that we really want to see and gag over, but we don't see it. We don't see it. You hanging out with Prince Albert? Let's see that. Social Stuff said Kenya is extremely delusional. Sheree and Marlo as well. I think that's every reality TV person. Teresa G said, I'm shocked that Erin is 36. Her energy style ages her by 10 years. Yeah, she got married pretty young. 25 was pretty young. I don't think that she acts like that because she got married young. I just think that, she did everything a certain way to attain a certain life. And in the midst of attaining that life, sacrificed a lot of her youth. Now she's like this young old woman and people are like, oh my goodness, why don't you just go to an amusement park? But she's worked so hard to get here that her going back there would seem very juvenile to her and not appropriate for someone of her class or, her profession, which is unfortunate. Oh, she's Egyptian? Whatever she is, why does she never talk? It's so weird. They do? Oh my God, I thought they closed at 10 here. Oh, that's LA. Damn it. Oh, well. I still got my rice and peas. Amake said the show went dark like how Basketball Wives went dark. Absolutely. And it was fun, kind of in the beginning. And then as soon as colorism came up, it became sinister. Absolutely. Makes so much sense. Is his father in his life? And if he was or wasn't, how did he treat his mother? Do we know that information? Miss T said Martell has a mother who makes it. Yep. Oh, y'all got me together over Ben. I was talking about back in the day. Drewski said, I think Sheree knew that there was a child, but never met her until this party and didn't know she knew. Probably. Y'all dragged me for live after live after live. I do not want to take this off because I know my hair is a whole afro under this. And I don't want to press it out because if I press it out, it's just going to turn into an afro again. It's too hot. I want to get braids. I think I want to get braids this week. Yeah. Without a doubt. Why was all of those people there? It was weird. It was very, very weird. It's just like, why are you inviting all those people who you don't really interact with to a sippancy of your first grandchild? Why are you having all them unmasked people around that baby? And you know half the mofos is not vaccinated. Hello there said, there's no way I wouldn't have told my mom. She definitely knew and was lying. Yeah. Because I'm like, the daughters were up, like, no, none of the kids were fazed by her being up there. Nah. I was thinking of a Jewish name. Amake said, that's like a white woman asking a black Mexican. Right. Like, let a non-black woman come up to me and be like, hey, Nikki, I was wondering, do you know of any Mandingo warriors? I'm trying to have swirl children. Girl, I'm black in both your eyes. Like, that's kind of disrespectful. I'm sorry. I don't know that Savetsky girl, but I feel like I would have the same reaction. Like, excuse me? No, I don't know no black man for you to get with. Absolutely not. No. I'm not loaning them out. Girl. Cheese. Who knows? Who knows? Give Me Shelter said, I bet you, Lizzie, don't see it for black or brown Jews. Bloodline purity sounds a bit supremacist, but I know about the faith's position about preserving the bloodline. Yeah. Especially if you're Orthodox. Like, that's like their thing. They don't play. They do not play. Y'all may live together side by side in the neighborhood, but they don't play. They're not stepping outside of their community. Absolutely not. What is that show on Netflix? There was a show on Unorthodox on Netflix, girl. Oh, I didn't mean to promote. Anyway, it's a show called Unorthodox. Ciao. That's what it's giving. It's giving Dorit. That's what bothers me. It's giving Dorit. She was trying to have a moment, actually, and it fell flat. It fell flat. Tracy said, my job is the devil. Them people had me working all damn day and YouTube didn't send me one notification all day. I want to speak to management. So sorry, sis. But you got here. Listen, this live is a lot. I got to put the timestamps in. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And starving, Miss T. And starving. Tracy said, Star family, please like the video. It helps the channel grow. We're looking to get to 175K by winter. I know that's right. It's summer. We can do it. We got rid of Rena. All things are possible. Tracy also says, Star family, please subscribe to Nikki's second channel, NikkiStar at Home. Thank you so much. And I think she also turned 30. Like, you're not yourself. You're not yourself. When you turn 30, you become somebody else. You become somebody else. It's that 33 that you got to get to. If you can make it to 33 single, smooth sailing. Smooth sailing. Oh, she's pregnant. Oh my gosh. I did not know. I got to go back. See, I'm not watching my YouTube stuff like I used to. Absolutely. I just think that, So Steph is a Star family member. She was sharing her opinion, but we love JB over here. Blue Jay said, I could be a great host because I need to eat and a good full plate. That's why I enjoy a Mexican restaurant. Plates are hot and the plates are full. Yeah, I love hosting. But I'm like a boutique kind of host. I don't do all them big groups. Go to Dorney Park, go to Disneyland, go to Six Flags, not my house. 6 is a lot. 6 is my max, and I'm a part of the 6. Ciao. We don't know. She said he did, he denied it. And then all of a sudden, Sheree was acting like that whole thing never happened. I do not know. Absolutely. Depressive, unwell. It's a lot. It's a lot. Of course she did. Love Like You Are said there was a Trump MAGA truck rolling around New York City on Saturday, taunting people, and the NYPD did nothing as usual because they know that is going to be the community that will always protect them and that they will go unchecked. They will go unchecked. Makes sense. CM said, no, his dad wasn't around. He loves Marble, Marlene, but it's emotional incest in that relationship. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, isn't she telling her mom next episode? Yikes. Yikes. So Steph said, I got one person trying to come stay with me next month. I got 4 bedrooms, and I'm like, yeah, I don't like I like hosting, but I got like a limit. I got like a limit. I feel like I could give you 2 days. I can't give you a full weekend because I'm gonna need that Sunday to reset. I feel like a good 48 hours is good for me. I could host longer if you're in like a guest house. I feel like I could do like a weekend. But in the same home with me, because at some point I want to take off my bra. I want to take off my bra. Like, no, absolutely not. Anyway, Star fam, I got to try to rush to some market because Whole Foods is closed. Thank you all so much for joining me. I'm so sorry about the beginning of this live. I'm going to put the timestamps in. Please forgive me. September 1st through December 31st, no race conversations. We are taking a festive break. Love y'all. Thank you so much for joining me. See you soon for something else. Bye. Oh my God. Oh, wait, I got super chats. Hold on. Don't leave. Super chat shout out. I got this one from Kylie Steve. Thank you. Oh, I got this one from Chocolate Bunny. Yeah, I got this. And see, look at what these super chats are about. Anybody coming to this chat will be like, what the hell were y'all talking about? What happened on the Real Housewives of Atlanta? I'm so sorry. I'm gonna do better. Love y'all. See y'all soon for something else. Bye. What's tonight? Oh, I gotta watch The Bachelor.